Hello and welcome to Crash and Burn. Thank you for joining us for an evening of Dungeons and Dragons. I'm Tom Yansis and I will be your Dungeon Master tonight. We are thrilled to be streaming at twitch.tv/RollTogetherRPG. But what is this show? Why, this is the adventures of the Gatecrashers. For those of you who don't know, the Gatecrashers are adventurers who travel the multiverse, saving the world. Apart from the fact that 12 of them have gone mysteriously missing, and it's up to our heroes to solve the mystery. You know, traditional D&D stuff. For those of you who are new to Dungeons & Dragons, everyone here plays fantasy characters in a fantasy universe. The 5 players each have their own unique characters with sheets that tell them who they are, what they can do, their deepest secrets, and what dice to roll. They will mostly be rolling this 20-sided to see if they succeed in what they're trying to do. 20 is good. 1 is hilariously bad. And whilst they play their characters, everything else in said fantasy universe is played by me. People, monsters, weather patterns, you name it. Between me describing the world and story, the players describing what they want to do, and some dice rolls to keep things unpredictable for all of us, we will tell our story.
Hi, my name's Chris. I use they them pronouns, and I am playing Honkelred Honorhoof, known to their friends as Hunk, who also uses they them pronouns. Hunk is a bard/cleric, a creation bard/peace cleric, and has just returned from adventures in the Shadowfell, trying to settle back into their life in Waterdeep, seeing their friends succeed all around them, but still confused and intrigued as to what's happening with the 12 silver keys they found at the end of their adventures in the Shadowfell. Maybe this adventure will bring some light to that. Who can say?
Hi, I'm Sean. My pronouns are he, him, and in this campaign, I am playing Bernard Hart, also known as Heartburn, who is also he, him, a Fire Genasi Bardbariogue, that is Bard, Barbarian and Rogue. Please do check out the wiki for how that entirely works. I'm still trying to work it out myself.
Hi, I'm Emma. I use the pronouns M or Emma. I'm playing Myrta, who uses she, her pronouns. Look, I don't know what you've heard about me, but the prophecies are all real, none of them are fake, and really it was their own choice to travel into the future, so I don't know why they're so upset with me.
Hello, I'm Mike. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm playing Hemlock, who also uses he, him pronouns. Hemlock is arguably the closest to the actual organisation of the Gatecrashers, yet seems to know the least.
Hello, I am David Shears. I go by he, him. I am playing Alba, or Al, also goes by he, him. Al is 5'1" of concentrated hobgoblin fury with an intellect honed to a fine tool. Coming from a distant plane, he was plucked from the battlefield and found himself where? We don't know. He's a blade singer. He likes music, tradition, and art, casting, flashing spells from his fingertips, his saber slashing against his enemies. And where will he go next?
Before we kick off, here's a word from our sponsors.
We are delighted to be sponsored by HeroForge. HeroForge offers fully customizable tabletop minis with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. You can see all of the minis that we designed for this stream in the overlay, and they animate when we enter the combat, so look out for that. HeroForge are fantastic, so do check out the Pro membership where you can get premium access to features ahead of time, and beta access to things, and all sorts of cool stuff that just makes your life a lot easier. And you can check them out at heroforge.com.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Ultra Pro. They make accessories for D&D, Magic the Gathering, and more. My favourite part of their collection are their figurines of adorable power. Here is their gazer. They also make other things such as deck boxes if you play Magic the Gathering. You can find all of Ultra Pro stuff at ultrapro.com.
Hey friends, check out our new sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for a carefully curated menagerie of click-clack math rocks for your delectation. Check out their entire selection at phoenixdice.com, and just so you know, Phoenix Dice are all about living gloriously in the worlds of tabletop games and sustainably in this one, which means their dice are working to be recycled, their packaging is recycled, the dice are made of sustainable materials. It's all great stuff. You should definitely get involved. You can also join us today in chat with a chance to be in a raffle and win some Phoenix Dice of your own. Just put !dice into chat and you'll be in with a chance to win.
We are proud to be sponsored by Alchemy RPG. Reimagine your gaming experience with Alchemy. They're focused on creating immersive, cinematic experiences everywhere you interact with tabletop role-playing games. You could be playing a game, creating a world, streaming, watching live games, discovering new content. Look at all the cool stuff that they are doing there. You can use environmental motion art, scene-based music, seamless character management to run your games over the internet, with upcoming features including homebrew content, streaming overlays, and spectator mode. So go and check out alchemyrpg.com.
We're delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings together D&D characters from novels, adventures, and multiple live streams into a single grand adventure. Select your heroes and formation and battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, phone, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. You can pop exclamation code into chat for a free Electrum chest.
We are also supported by Warriors of Waterdeep. Take your team of warriors on a quest spanning the Forgotten Realms, all on your mobile. Power up your teams with items, work with your guild to defeat hordes of enemies, and test your mettle in the arena. And to make all of that work, you need gems. As we frequently say, the hunt for gems is real. Pop !WOW gems into chat for a link to collect free gems and get yourself that nice sword you've been looking at, or revive your heroes against a deadly foe. Download link !Warriors of Waterdeep in chat.
We're delighted to be supported by Neverwinter. In Neverwinter, explore and defend one of the most beautiful cities from Dungeons & Dragons' Forgotten Realms campaign setting as it rises from the ashes of destruction. Epic stories, action combat, and classic role-playing await those heroes courageous enough to enter the fantastic world of Neverwinter. Neverwinter is completely free to play, so set yourself up an account today and pop !NW gift into chat for a link to a free gift.
Check out our supporters at D&D Beyond, your guide to digital D&D. Make character sheets online, share them in a campaign, and track all of those tasty little stats in one easy place. You can use the Beyond app to track your characters on the go. You can also use their encounter tracker and archive monsters to run any smooth combat thing. You know what I'm saying. You're a DM. You've done this before. You know D&D Beyond is the place to go. You can also check out our character sheets with an ! characters in Twitch chat below.
Check out our wonderful supporters, Elderwood Academy, who make beautiful bespoke gaming-themed gear, including hex chest dice boxes, spellbook deck boxes disguised as bespoke ancient arcane tomes, and scroll and codex dice tower and rolling tray pairings. Make your own with their online designer at elderwoodacademy.com.
This stream will run for 3 hours, and there will be a roughly 5 to 10 minute break somewhere near the middle. We run shows on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. Greenwich Meridian / British Summertime, which is 10 a.m. Pacific Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. in mainland Europe, and 2 a.m. Tuesday morning in Japan and parts of Australia. On Mondays and Tuesdays, we run TTRPG streams for 3 hours. And on Fridays, we run our talk show, Talk Together, for 1 hour. Our TTRPG streams can be one-shots, 4, 6, 8, or 12 weeks long. You can always find our latest schedule at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg/schedule.
We are Roll Together RPG on all socials, so find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and even TikTok. Links in chat.
Thank you to our D20 Club on Patreon. You can find a link in chat. Help us make our shows from just £1, $1, or $1 gold piece, and unlock more tiers by joining. Our D20 Club are fab. They've created a fan Discord for us. They've also made a wiki page for Roll Together. You can find that at rolltogether.fandom.com.
Welcome to our podcast listeners. If you also would like to listen to us via podcast, you can search Roll Together RPG on your favourite podcast provider. If we're not there, let us know and we will add ourselves to that list.
Finally, we play with a diverse group of players who play with a diverse set of characters with wide-ranging sexual and gender identities. Our tables are trans and GNC positive, and we encourage and champion trans and GNC players and characters in our games. The DM and players may portray characters that are of a different gender to their own. We aim to avoid misgendering, but acknowledge it does happen, and have a company policy in place for correcting people and pronouns. If we miss an instance of misgendering, we are open to being corrected, so please do let us know if you think one has been missed. Check out !safety in chat for content warnings and some of the safety tools that we use through the TTRPG Safety Toolkit. And now, let's begin! And there we go, after that very invigorating introduction. Welcome back, episode 2 of Crash and Burn. So, the facts of the matter are these. The Gatecrashers, known as the multi-universal saviors, 12 of them have gone missing. Fortunately, the keys that they used to travel the multiverse were saved by a group containing Hunk. And those Gatecrashers, who have are MIA, had some assistance. Three of our players. And also, a Sanctorum got blown up at the beginning. Not quite sure what happened there, but...
Me either.
No. Hemlock. As stated, why did they not send the storyteller? So, yes. They used the clue, which was a massive poster which announced there was going to be an opera about 12 keys, and were able to enjoy the first half before portals began opening and various oddities began falling through. The city of Waterdeep, once again, is in peril, but our heroes acted effectively and quickly and basically punched a few skeletons. And now the City Watch have arrived. Let us. I realised last time I was kind of speeding to the end. Let's roll the tape back a little bit. You are all on the stage here at the concert hall, and the City Guard have arrived. Have got their little notebooks out and are asking questions. Chris, because you said you might want to talk to the authorities. Anything you want to say?
We were just enjoying the music, and then a bunch of portals opened and some things came out, and we stopped them from doing stuff. Just making sure there's a report because my friend's opera was on, and he'll probably need a refund.
Well, yes, of course. Well, I'm sure it's not our job, but I mean, a police report would probably be, I don't want to be particularly... Is there a reason why one of the actors is currently dressed as you?
It's based on real events.
Oh.
Are they a Minotaur, or are they a person wearing Minotaur costume?
They're a person wearing Minotaur costume.
It's kind of racist, but I've let it slide.
This was not Heimlich's decision.
Equal opportunities casting.
Yes.
Nope, just pure old-fashioned racism. There's Minotaur actors.
Someone's going to write a very apologetic letter in the fantasy stage, and people are going to hope that they forget about it. But yes.
Too close.
Angry letters from Bewildered in Baldur's Gate.
So yes, you've been talking to a police officer who, as I kept saying, Baldur's Gate is not the place we're in. Waterdeep, on the other hand, is kind of used to bizarre things happening, and there's been a certain understanding that what was going to be happening here tonight was a bad idea.
Right, I see.
Yeah. So I'm not necessarily...
Are we saying that Heimlich's name precedes him?
Yes,
gotcha.
Very much. That this is, again, when this is chronicled, this is known as the third Heimlich incident. And actually, sort of from our last Friday episode, where Rebecca was like, I hope that Heimlich and Reggie just go busking. Yeah, that might have to happen for a bit. Heimlich might need to get out of town for a while until this... But that said, when people are talking about it, it is that sort of moment of like, were you there the night that the skeletons came. I think, unless anyone else particularly wants to talk to the police. No?
Murta has absolutely zero interest in talking to anyone wearing a uniform. Thank you very much. Hemlock is on the edge of wearing a uniform.
It's it's dodgy. So, I think I said like Murta, you were up still in the opera box, so you don't need to.
Has it been 10 minutes?
Since actually, sort of like
Murta has spent the last 10 minutes casting Rory's telepathic bond. I am now telepathically connected to all of you and the otter,
including me.
What do you mean, including you?
We've never spoken before in character.
You have all the keys.
Let's do this in character.
I'm not telling you. You won't find out until it happens.
They're safe. Who knows?
Rory's telepathic bond. Where's it gone?
Willing creatures.
Yes, I assume you're all willing. Why would you not be willing?
I don't know you!
Hello, if you could all just accept this, that would be grand. Thank you.
I mean, I was hoping for more of a conversation before you start casting spells on me, but, who are you folks? Like, hello, I'm Hunk.
Hello, I'm Murta.
Hi.
What's going on in my mind?
No, it's not happened yet, Mike.
no, it's happened.
No, it's not, because I wouldn't let you.
Well, then you're not part of it.
Fine.
That is just Hemlock saying, "Oh, what's happening in my mind? Oh no!"
I think if Al sensed the nature of the spell, he'd allow it to happen because it's just utilitarian. So
It is utilitarian.
makes sense. Also, the other thing Al is thinking is just that the opera is a lot more exciting than he had expected. So.
Don't worry, Hemlock. It's just me.
It's the suit of armour, is it? Right, well, I'm Bernard.
Murta. Technically, I'm an elf.
Ooh.
And I'm an otter. I'm not quite sure why I'm included in this, but I'm very happy to be making new friends.
Ah, yes, you're here because I need to talk to you, and I can't talk to you any other way, so welcome.
Hooray, I'm part of the group chat.
I haven't heard any of this. So, did you folks bring the skeletons, or was that just a coincidence? Because honestly, at this point, I came to see my friend's opera, and then you guys were all in the private box, and then all these skeletons turned up. So I'm just a little confused.
You are wearing 12 keys. I mean, if you didn't want people to come looking for you, you probably should have hidden them.
Oh, I see.
I assume that's why everyone else is here. In fact, I know it's why they're here, because I've seen something about their history.
We're going to have to talk about why you keep doing that.
Doing what?
Knowing things.
It's my job. I know things.
All right, fair enough.
But do you know, or do you know?
Well, sometimes the visions are wobbly, and I can't be entirely sure that they're accurate. On this occasion, they happen to have been accurate. Lucky me. I did once send a whole group of adventurers into the future on something that may have not been quite true, so I'm a bit more careful now.
So it's more kind of educated guesswork.
Oh no, I know.
So are you folks all gatecrashers? You do behave a little like gatecrashers in their portals, so I can buy that.
I'm a
I knew that fella called
gatecrasher in training. No key yet. So that is a lie if you want me to roll a deception check, Tom.
Yeah. I mean, you do you think it's a lie to yourself?
No.
Yeah, sort of like going, as far as you're concerned, you probably are in training to be a gatecrasher because that's what you want. Sort of.
And what's your passive deception?
Well, we're talking now that it's probably not deception, because...
I mean, does Murta think Murta is lying by saying
What's your
this?
passive delusion?
It's a slight lie because it's what she wants, not necessarily what is happening.
I mean, let's see what happens. Roll deception. Let's see what occurs.
Oh, that's bad. 11.
My passive insight's an 18.
Again, sort of those of you who are part of this link, you're not quite sure how Warforged sounds like it's crossing its fingers mentally, but might not be completely true.
Okay.
And then I met Hemlock on the way in. He's a very nice Minotaur, and I met Albert and Bernard downstairs, and then we came to find you because the dog said so. Because you have all the keys.
Okay.
To be fair, we stumbled upon your box by chance. It was just the first one, and stuff was starting up, and we didn't want to miss anything.
It's what you might call remarkably serendipitous, but Colonel Teopo is a very lucky snail.
Yeah, a lot of stuff with Gatecrashers tends to be quite lucky.
You're telling me, pal. I was destined for death before I met one of those magical types.
Right.
Not anymore, though. They're going missing. Well, mine's gone missing. Mine hasn't come back. She said she'd be here. She's not here.
Why don't we go get a drink and maybe a bite to eat and talk this all out? Because I may know a little more about that.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, and I might be able to respond as well to some extra information.
Were you not traveling with a Gatecrasher? I thought you were all traveling with Gatecrashers or Gatecrashers in training, if you like.
I'm from the Keysmith.
Have any of us heard of the Keysmith before, Tom?
Nope.
Okay.
Like a locksmith?
I guess.
Very useful skin.
I mean, it's not like locksmith, but I suppose for those of you who think about it, I suppose there is a logic to it. Someone has to make these keys, and if the idea is that the key can open pretty much anything, someone's got to put it all together.
Well, the Flag and Dragon's a couple of roads down, and it's one of my favorites, so why don't we go there?
Excellent. I can't drink, but I can talk to you while you drink.
Do you consume anything?
Knowledge.
That's actually a good call. Sometimes souls, but very, very rarely.
Okay.
Just a almost imperceptible, very slight, just moving slightly away. Very, very slightly.
Look, M's characters like to consume souls. It's a common occurrence.
Thing is,
yeah.
I started off with who are you? I don't know who you are. And now it's like, oh, now I know you. Now I trust you completely because that's just the way Hunk thinks.
Oh, Hunk. Oh, Hunk. Right. Okay. So I think mention of the flag. Was it the Flag and Dragon?
Nope. The Flag and Dragon.
Oh, the Flag and Dragon.
It's like a dragon that's flagging or a flagon of dragon?
Exact question I was about to ask.
FLAGONDRAGON.
The Flagon Dragon.
What's on the sign, Tom?
The sign does have a silver dragon, which is just, it's sort of like, it's like a Dieter von Teese thing, where it's just a dragon like hanging out in a flagon. Is it sexy? Not really.
Has this turned into a hot tub
for yourself?
It sure has. Let me pan the camera down.
It specializes in jar, which is a Waterdavian mulled wine, and taliths, which are a palm-sized cracker with a thin slice of sausage on top and a mixture of cheese, herbs, mastery vegetables, and other ingredients whose recipe was a house secret.
There you go. Was it a jar, and some talith?
Jars and talith.
Jars and talith. Yes. So if you're all grand with that, the guards have finished with you, have ignored the fact that some of you were just standing staring into space for the last 5 minutes, but adventurers, they're weird.
You probably just thought we were NPCs for a while.
And then just sort of looking up and going, I hear the king is having a tournament.
No, the art on you is all too good to be NPCs. Not generic enough.
Where the point where you're like, that character actually has a name. Noted. Yes, so as you're traveling through the streets towards the Flag and Dragon, you can't help but notice that there has been some incursions, some rubble from what look very much like the statues of Waterdeep, have fallen and landed in... Yes, question.
Did we bring the otter?
I don't know. Do you want to bring the otter to the pub?
I wouldn't have thought of it because I wasn't connected to the
I technically need to. I can talk to him long distance now.
As you're walking, the otter is just trotting around behind you.
We're going to talk about the wet weasel.
It's an otter. He is in the link.
There was an otter?
Yes. Hello.
A visible otter?
Right.
Yes, I fell through the portal. This is also some kind of gun turret thing that I brought with me. I don't completely know what's happening, but I'm just...
Why is that otter squeaking at me?
Well, if you'd accepted my spell, you'd be able to talk to him. However,
okay,
you are not a very trusting person, and you didn't, and therefore you cannot speak to him.
I think I'm okay with that.
You're not missing much, to be honest, Hunk.
And then...
Something about a gun turret, I've got no idea what either of those words mean.
And then I got thrown into a river, and then I forgot to wear a hat, and I like hats, and that was nice. And then a big lizard thing killed everyone I know.
Question, Marta, how do I get out of this?
I have learned everything I needed to learn. In a second, I'm going to end it, and then I will recast it on all of us when we get to the pub.
Tremendous.
Can't we just talk first?
What if people are listening?
I suppose, okay.
Do you have any idea what you're carrying around your neck?
Yeah, the Gatecrasher keys.
Yeah, speaking of which, Hunk, not to be presumptive, but based on what Martha said, it might be a good idea to, not be displaying them quite so publicly.
But I wanted to... Okay, I'll put him under my shirt for now, but I'll explain in a sec. Like, I wanted to meet people like you. I was looking for people like you.
Oh, look, I'm sure you have your reasons, pal. I'm just thinking, do we want any more skeleton portals before we've had a pint?
Do you think that was the keys, or because you folks were there? I thought it was because you called.
Things don't normally fall out of the sky onto me.
Me neither. Well, that's not entirely true.
Tom, are any of the keys that Hunk is wearing around their neck my Gatecrasher's key?
How close to them have you got?
To Hunk or to my Gatecrasher's key? Because if it's my Gatecrasher's key, super close. Real close.
Okay, let's put it this way. How close have you got to Hunk? And then how close have you got to the necklace of keys?
I mean, we were sat right behind.
Yeah, but Hunk had them on Hunk's chest.
Can I roll? In fact,
I mean,
can I look at those before you put them under your shirt, just very briefly? Thank you.
Sure.
I will investigate the keys.
Absolutely.
I have my chest stirred up. Not the first time.
Oh, why did my dice hate me today? Investigation.
If you wouldn't mind me joining you, I'm quite fascinated by this concept of transplanar travel, if you like.
Does everyone want to look at Hunk's clavicle?
Is that advantage up, David, or are you looking separately?
I don't want to matter it.
I will happily give advantage to anyone by thrusting my chest in their face.
Take advantage because your investigation's probably quite high.
Thank you. That's second roll's an 18. Rolled a 4 and a 9.
You are doing this in the street. Just noting. Yeah. Yes. One is definitely Gatecrasher's key.
This is not yours.
None of these are mine.
I suppose you're going to tell us why you have them at the pub, but in the meantime, I'm just going to put a hand on Hunk's shoulder. Don't resist this one. And I'm going to cast non-detection.
Stop resisting!
Al does his best to provide what he believes is an encouraging smile to back up Murta's words. How encouraging it is questionable.
Hunk's starting to get the hang of Murta, and we'll let the spell happen.
You can't be scryed on.
Okay.
Or detected by divination magic.
Okay.
In the background, as all of this is going on, you can see Hemlock's got his hand on the otter's shoulder and he's comforting him after hearing this horrific story of what they've been through.
And then my best friend just got exploded, and then they ended up in my eye, and I lost my eye, and then I think I died, and then Gatecrasher came, and then I fell forever, and now I'm here. Hello.
Whoa. That shit, pal.
It sure is. And the otter lights up a cigarette.
It's otter has 1,000-yard stare.
I'm going to allow that. I know it's supposed to be on the link. Only Hemlock's had that conversation. Everyone else has been paying attention while Hemlock
Just been tuning it out.
Yeah, Hemlock has made a new friend. Yes. Okay.
Are we at the pub?
You are now. Yes. In you go. Chris, do you know the bartender? Does Hunk know the bartender here?
Yeah.
Who's the bartender?
An elf. She's called Elowin.
And how's your relationship with Elowin?
Oh, I play here occasionally. Like, they've got a small stage, and I do sort of lo-fi gigs here occasionally. Money's not important after the Shadowfell stuff, but it's more of a just nice to get out and play somewhere.
So I'm taking it not a Heartburn vibe.
No, not at all.
Heartburn wouldn't have played here then. Okay.
No, folksy corner pub.
Where we're going to sing some lovely songs. There's going to be some call and response. It's going to be great. Yeah. Rather than Heartburn.
Not even corner. Probably like the stage is barely a postage stamp in the corner for one person to sit with a instrument of some kind.
quietly playing in the
so quiet noodling music more than anything else. Yeah.
I think you come in. There is currently no one on the stage, but Elowin sort of raises. Hey, Hunk, how are you doing?
Grand, Elowin. Can I have a round of the house? A round of the house for all my new friends here, apart from the.
I will take some lubricating oil if you have it.
I mean, it's the sort of thing we use for doors. Is that?
Yes, that's exactly what I meant. Thank you.
Okay, grand. Please take a booth. I'll be with you shortly.
Thank you.
You go and you take a booth. Again, it's nice. Edwin does come over, just lights a candle.
Is there enough space for Hemlock, considering how big Hemlock is?
Ooh, I think if it's going to be one of those sort of like curved booths, Hemlock could probably sit with his back to, on the other side of the table.
I'll just give me like an obnoxiously tiny little stool that he has to sit on the other side of the table while everybody's nice and comfy in the booth.
Do you want to go get yourself a little stool?
But it's really annoying. You could have quite easily lifted up. It does that really unnecessary like creak across the table, across the floor.
Yeah.
To bring it over.
You do realise that this place is pretty quiet, but people do sort of look at you, and you just do go get a few from people in the corner. Bad etiquette, bad pub etiquette.
It is that kind of hipster joint, yeah. Murder, was it?
Yes, hello.
You wanted to do the thing where we all talk in each other's heads, right?
Well, we don't have to. You can talk out loud if you prefer. It's no skin off my nose.
You were concerned about people overhearing us. I thought that might...
Well, yes, but then I cast non-detection on you, so now no one can hear you. Well, I suppose they can still hear us.
Oh, okay.
They'd have to be physically here and know exactly where to be, though.
Well, I think how it works, Bernard, is that if you scry on someone who is with someone who is not detected, their part of the conversation would be muted. Your part of the conversation would still happen.
Colonel Tiapo agrees.
I was about to say, does Tiapo actually talk to you? But you just say, yes, he agrees.
If you would like, I could cast non-detection on this table, and then we would all be hidden.
Honestly, I didn't think it needed hiding. I'm really glad you're all here. I was waiting for someone to come along, and now there's 4 of you. That's, 5, including... was it General Tiapo?
Colonel.
Sorry, Colonel Tiapo.
And the ferret.
The otter has curled up in Hemlock's lap and is going to sleep.
Oh, we've got a familiar now. I am going to cast non-detection just on this little bit of the pub.
Sure. Just on the table in the surrounding area?
Yeah.
Yep, that's fine. That's... yeah.
Okay. So I was... me and my friends were on an adventure in the Shadowfell. You may have seen the Shadowfell incursion over Waterdeep about a couple of months ago, maybe. Okay. Yeah, we stopped that from happening, and we met a Lady Babington, and she had 12 keys that she was using to futz around with the multiverse and create other things and stuff. And well, when we defeated her, I took them and I said I would return them to the Gatecrashers, but I don't have any way of contacting them. I traveled with one a long time ago. So I thought I would wear them and wait for someone to recognize them. And then we could have a conversation and maybe find my way back to them. But it sounds like I may have actually drawn like portal attention, like the stuff that happened tonight, which is not what I wanted at all. So that's bad.
To be fair, I don't actually know how you contact Gatecrasher either. They find you, and then you stay with them, and then they leave, and then you can't find them again.
So
you
you
could scry on them.
You traveled with one?
Oh, yes.
Aye.
Oh, you did too?
Indeed.
Right. Did you as well, Alba? I don't know your name. Did you as well, my friend?
Please, call me Al. Well, to be honest, I owe one of these Gatecrashers is that my life. And I didn't really have the opportunity to bond, so I wouldn't call myself a trainee, although the more I hear about them, the more intrigued I am. And there was a battle, there was an attack, and Billy got away myself. And then obviously met the Colonel. And now I'm here, I sort of fly for the opera, and well, it seems we might be united by a common purpose.
But you didn't travel with Gatecrashers, pointing at Hemlock?
No. This is probably where you might want. I've got a bit of information that you might not appreciate, but it's important. Most of, as far as I can tell, the Gatecrasher support network, let's call it, is basically falling apart. Well, my side of it is anyway. So they're all gone missing, kind of seems to be happening everywhere.
What did you do with them? What is your connection to them?
I protected the keysmith.
What is that?
Well, see what you got around your neck. Protected to people that made them.
And they're all dead?
As far as I can tell. I was sent by one of the storytellers here. I followed a tie. I followed a tie.
We'd like to point out Hemlock is still wearing his tie. He looks very stylish.
Followed this here. Looking for more. Leota said I'd find what I needed to do. Prophecy! He shouts, remembering.
Good.
Yeah, this is Hunk's expression. Just confusion, didn't know anything about any of this.
Yeah.
So, to put it simply, the key's around your neck. That's where I need to be. So, if they're around your neck, I'll protect you.
And a prophecy told you that?
Sort of. I'm not going to pretend I particularly understand.
No, me neither, friend.
But if they're around your neck, I'll protect you.
Would you protect the rest of us if we were also there?
That seems reasonable.
Do we need to split them out and have them around our necks so you protect us as well?
It's not that detailed. If we're all involved in the the keys and the gatecrashers. I'll do everything in my power to keep you alive.
I mean, these aren't mine. I'm just holding on to them until I can give them back to someone who knows how to use them. Me and my friends managed to use one of them, but...
Well, I can use them.
Oh, great.
Right, insight check that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tom, I presume at some point I have figured out how you use these keys.
How would you have done that?
Very intense scrutiny and asking a lot of questions in a very non-threatening way.
That's incredibly hard to do, but if anyone's going to do it, it probably would be Murta.
17 on the insight.
I'm just trying to figure out if I can or not, Sean, first.
Oh, yeah.
Can you explain to me how that works? I'm fascinated.
I'll put it this way. Opening a portal, easy enough. Making sure it goes to the right place, that's where it's difficult.
The tricky part is going exactly where you want to go and not to some random person's house. Not that I've ever done that.
Well, possibly inside a rock. Molten lava.
Yeah, molten lava's not that bad.
We used to have a lot of problem with 7-league boots. You take one step and you'd end up inside well, put it this way, it wasn't pleasant.
So you know how these work. Can I mean, we don't want to go anywhere, do we? Do we want to go somewhere? Did your prophecy say we should go somewhere?
Go as far as the keys.
Okay.
There wasn't so much a prophecy as a set of instructions.
I follow. I don't create.
There was a fuller prophecy, but we've established that the part of that the Hemlock remembers is where it's high. It's at this point that your drinks are brought over. There's 4 jars, a thing of oil, little cracker and meat selection.
They sort of come on top of each other.
Would someone mind pouring some on my back, please?
Don't you want it in the joints?
Yes, I have lots of joints in my back. It's where all the bits meet.
I'll lean over and start pouring it into your back joints.
The observant among you will notice that Al's drink is being picked up to a chair that he doesn't appear to be sitting in.
What a thing just to throw. I know you did it last time, but just like, by the way, you notice that drink's not going to his mouth.
He's got a cloak of displacement on. So we don't have a plan. I'm back to square one again.
Has anyone come across anyone wearing a metal mask?
It's a very specific question. What kind of metal mask?
Well, sort of metally, Tom. What did I see?
So, when you were scrying and looking through, this was a couple of months ago, like an image just flashed in your head of a cloaked figure placing on a large metal mask covering their entire face, deep eyes, sort of just above the forehead. It looked like something had been snapped, horns possibly snapped off. And then this masked thing looked at you, put up a hand, and the vision ended. So...
Well, sort of like big metal, no horns. Probably Zeleny, to be honest. She probably knocked off the other one and now is trying to get me.
Tom, I don't think Hunk knows anything about this.
That is not something you've heard of. Also, you don't know who Zeleny is, but
Zeleny's name wasn't recorded.
Yeah, officially Zeleny is forgotten, but yeah.
Okay. Well, are you folks staying in town for a bit? Because it sounds like we need to be patient, I guess, and wait for either a Gatecrasher or maybe a keysmith or something else to get in touch.
Hemlock, there's a tap on your shoulder. Someone's standing behind you.
Slowly looks up.
There is a short tabaxi, white fur, tailless, sort of standing there, sort of fidgeting and going, I'm very, very sorry to interrupt. Did you say you were a gatecrasher?
No.
Oh, my mistake.
No worries.
Okay, have a good one. Turns around and starts walking away. You're not wrong. You're not lying. And I'm fully
DM says,
happy.
hey, call to adventure. You went, no.
No, I'm fully happy to not let this... Look, I've been joking that we just do 3 episodes of having a picnic. This could happen. She could walk out as far as I'm concerned. No.
To be honest, actually, I do quite like the idea of Myrta shouting out like, fuck yeah. No.
Go on.
Come back! Come back!
Comes back.
Stand next to the table.
Stands next to the table.
Closer.
She's quite short, so she's like 5'2", so sort of fits.
You have come to the right place. We are here seeking gatecrashers. All of us.
Marvellous. Hello. Wait, did you say you're looking for gatecrashers?
Well, we've all previously travelled with gatecrashers, and now our gatecrashers are missing, and we're looking for them.
None of us are, in fact, gatecrashers, but we're hoping that one will turn up if we wait around long enough, apparently.
Oh. The keys just on the... sorry, the keys are just on the table. They're still around your neck.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna be rude here. You're not looking for them because you want to kill them, right? Because you seem to have like tokens of war.
Oh no! Someone else killed a lot of them, and I took all the keys, and now I want to return them.
Oh, that's marvelous. Have you talked to Keeper yet?
To who?
Ooh, yeah.
Keeper, Keeper of the... please don't go anywhere. Just sort of hurries away from you. Just and out the door.
I don't know about any of you, but this seems pretty normal for Gatecrasher style stuff, so I'm gonna have another glass of jar.
Can I scry on the tabaxi, please?
I was going to say, should we follow? But I mean, that's...
Look, I'll put it this way. You can either enjoy a lovely drink, or you can follow this very scared creature into the darkness. Yes, of course, you could scry on her.
Tell you what, two sets of eyes probably good. I'm gonna follow.
Fair enough.
Are we tailing that scared tabaxi who...
Well, I'm tailing her magically, and Bernard has decided to ruin my efforts by tailing her in person.
Not ruin, just, back up.
Back up for what?
I'm not very quiet.
Hey, Bernard. I hurt you out, pal. I cast greater invisibility on Bernard.
Very nice.
Right. She does get a
Bernard gives you a
saving.
thumbs up, but you don't see it.
Did the tabaxi happen to shed any fur on the floor?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Did you do a quick sketch of them?
Eidetic memory.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Well, she was sort of nervously
Did she
tapping.
pick something off her nails? I'll get it, whatever it is.
You horrible warforged. Yes, sure. A little bit of fur, a tiny smidge of fur has fallen from the.
Perfect.
Yeah.
If I have a possession, likeness or picture, possession or garment.
It's
right.
not possession.
She needs
it's just fur.
No, in fact, a body part is even worse. -10. She needs to roll a wisdom saving throw.
I'm quite impressed, Martha. I never had the hang of divination.
I find it very easy.
-10. That's an 8. You are.
Natural test.
What does it look like when you scry?
I flip up a section of the armor on my arm, and inside it there's just this little shield. Sorry, not shield, mirror. Beautiful mirror inside. And I'm just going to stare at my own arm as if I'm looking at a watch for the next 10 minutes.
And is it like a little video screen? You're just like, oh, it's the future.
I'm just going to catch Hemlock's eye across the table. The look I give you is very much magic folks are doing their magic kind of a look.
I mean, you can watch if you like. I've got her on video.
Bernard, are you...
Hemlock, would you like another drink?
That sounds great.
Okay, let's do that. Order some more drinks.
As Hunk puts their hand up, Bernard, are you following this tabaxi?
Yeah, as soon as I turned invisible, I would have started trailing.
Absolutely. So it's sort of like the transition. She isn't hard to spot. She has said she's white cat fur. She does sort of hurry down the street, sort of. Can you just roll stealth just for?
So I normally have disadvantage because of my armor, but invisible. Is it flat now or?
Interesting, because the issue isn't that. Because it's disadvantage because they could hear you, and she is a tabaxi, so her hearing is good. Let's say flat roll, just, and if this goes badly, it's because of noise.
Well, I can tell you exactly why it might go badly for Bernard.
Yeah,
I didn't do too bad though. 17.
17?
17. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't quite move at the speed you might like to as you clink and you clank down the street, but you do get to follow her to the back of a bakery, where on the wall has been sort of chalked what looks like a sort of circle, like a child has drawn a circle on the wall. And she sort of crouches down, looks around. I assume at this point you're just like, just gets out a sending stone. Keeper, you there? What? How exactly? Hello? What? How does this work? It's too loud. She's like, what's it? I think I found them. You did? Well, marvelous. So, you got the keys? No, I said that they might want to talk to you. What? Get the keys first, for goodness sake! Fall of light snow. You are the worst agent I've ever. Oh, hold on, I need to see somewhere. You are doing your best under difficult circumstances, and I appreciate you. She's like, thank you, Keeper. I don't know how much of her face you can see, but she looks very sad and is not happy that she's crouching down in the mud. So yes, she's like, would you like to come get them? Well, you get them. No, but I thought they haven't got a Gatecrasher. Oh. Well. Where exactly are you? Waterdeep. Which behind the bakery portal. I'll be with you shortly. Over in that. How do I turn this off? I dropped it! And it goes quiet. She sort of stands up and wipes her eyes and kind of adjusts her clothing and sort of, portal opens, and out of it steps, in beautiful rainbow robes, a kobold wearing a pointy wizard's hat.
She appears to have summoned a kobold.
Yeah. As we flash back,
you just get a because we're still linked,
yes,
aren't we?
Yeah.
You just get. She seems to have summoned some sort of kobold.
Yes, I'm aware of that. You really didn't need to go. I expended a lot of magical energy to watch her.
Yeah, but I wanted to stretch my legs.
What's going on?
She's summoned a rainbow kobold.
Okay.
I heard a little bit of the conversation. It seems that this person wanted her to get the keys off us. They don't seem entirely keen on us coming with.
I'm not part of the telepathic bond, so I have no idea.
Hunk, how are the snacks?
Oh, I like them. Yeah, they're lovely. They're delicate.
Well, maybe we can ask them when they get here whether they're, friend or foe. That's worked well for me in the past.
Is that out loud or through the telepathic one?
Out loud.
Do we assume one way or the other?
Well, best to assume foe and learn friend, yes?
That's always been my experience.
I tend to want to think that strangers will be kind before I think they'll be malicious, but...
I'm not saying we attack them, Hunk. I'm just saying be on your toes, so to speak.
Ends of your hooves.
I know what toes are.
Wow, it's been an evening of microaggressions.
Okay, I will. Yeah, just wait.
Yeah, it's probably been about a 10-minute walk, and it's going to be a 10-minute walk back, which basically is my way of saying if there's anything you want to prepare at this point, you've got a bit of time.
No.
I will redo telepathic bond.
Fair dues.
I think if we got 10 minutes, I'll cast Detect Magic just to see if it can tell me anything about the keys we haven't already discerned.
Sure.
No.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, I could give you more, but powerful artifacts. Yeah, just
you just if anyone who's being observant will see this face on Al.
Yeah, Al, I think we established that you hadn't been with your Gatecrasher for that long, and I also remember you saying, "Hey, could you actually explain multiverse to me?" And that never happened. So
Al considers himself quite a capable wizard, but this is like a different level. This is like in Good Will Hunting with Will Hunting compared to the other mathematician. You could be very, very clever, but there's a level above that.
I will noodle on my ukulele so that if I want to cast a spell, it's not obvious that I'm casting one.
I think that's fair. That's sort of...
That sounds really nice, Hunk.
Oh, you're very kind. Before all this, I was traveling around Faerun and picking up different song in every town, so I try and learn music from all over the world.
I'll happily teach you a song from where I'm from, should the occasion permit.
That'd be really nice, thank you. I'd really appreciate that.
I know one that is 2,000 years old, although the voice box doesn't do so well these days, so maybe Al's probably going to sound better.
I'd love to hear yours as well, Moda. If all music is valuable, I even know some things from the plane where I came from, and some I picked up while we were traveling. I suppose we've all got that, like, traveling through the planes experience, right?
So it would seem.
Well, I've mostly travelled on this plane, to be honest, but I've travelled along it for a very long time. Hemlock?
Now and then on missions, but apart from that, usually stay at HQ.
Which is worth pointing is on a demi-plane, but for Hemlock, it's all much of a muchness, really.
All planes.
Yeah.
At this point as well, Hunk has now gained a shadow, pretty much. Basically, wherever Hunk goes, Hemlock is not maybe 5 or 10 feet behind at all points.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be uncomfortable, but just like keep watching.
Okay. Again, makes perfect sense. This is what you were told to do to protect the key wielder.
Can you talk me through the prophecy, Hemlock? What do you remember? Maybe we can make out some words.
Remember to wear a tie.
Yep.
Find the keys.
Yep.
There once was a man from Nantucket.
Am I right? Maybe something to do with find the keys, you'll find the Gatecrashers? I don't know.
Again, as you sort of say that, that's like, I think as I said, sort of like, you got told the archaic, poetic version, and then, it...
Do you think I could open, if Hemlock is actually, because before it's almost just sort of like back of the hand remembrance of like, do you think being asked and being sort of regularly questioned, that would be enough to re-jog his mind for a role.
Yeah, I also think because you've been asked by these people who seem very important, and that's sort of like going, from what I'm getting from Hemlock, you're incredibly loyal, and that's the sort of thing, it's like, I need to do my job.
Because it's fine, it's just I'm trying to figure out whether it's worth for Hemlock to just be like, I don't know anything else, or like at what point...
I can give you inspiration as well, Mike.
I think this is a fair moment to just go, because when you've previously been asked, you're not being comfortable. You know, it's been, as you said, it's the back of the hand kind of thing. Now you're sitting here and you're like, right, I do have to remember this. So
if I had detect thoughts, I'd help you with that. But sadly,
I was going to say I can't cast borrowed knowledge on you, which is a shame.
I will give you bardic inspiration, so my noodling will give you a d6 you can add on to the roll.
Should we say a history check? Because as you
let's see what poor Lil Hemlock can figure out. Okay. Oh, okay. Right. So we started on a 19.
Right.
We've had a -2. So
No.
let's whack a d6 on. Okay.
I've got guidance as well. I can add that on.
20. So that guidance is a d4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're on a dirty 20 for a 24.
Nice.
We got there.
We're going back a couple of years. Hemlock is sat in the Sanctorum Library. Master Ravenscroft is sitting across and just goes, right, okay. So it's old, like 200 years old, but we do believe this might be involving yourself, right? Hemlock. Yes, we know. He pulls out like a bit of parchment. He's like, I've simplified it. It simply reads, when the bowl full of poison is bound by the neck, and thus hears the songs of the keys, then the gates shall open. Protect those who open the gates. You see, you're the bull full of poison. Again, sort of looks at it and it's like, there's more. There's the shattering of wine glasses. When stone begins to talk, I think that says dragon. Oh, you're going to meet a dragon. Exciting. Did you get any of that?
Oh, yeah.
Hemlock, when you go to an important event, wear a tie. Whoosh.
I'd say, without going through the entire thing, you get a good 60-70% of that.
Again, as you just sort of free speak, because you're going through the memory.
It goes back and forth. Something to do with smashed glasses, and then a dragon. We're all going to fight a dragon.
Why? Because you've got a bowl full of poison.
But there's 2 bulls now. There wasn't supposed to be 2 bulls.
No.
I'm
not full of poison.
I don't believe I am.
Yeah.
Well, you're drinking, so you know.
There's a small amount of poison.
Also, the poison of capitalism. Yes, David.
I just wondered if it's possible to make, I don't know, maybe an investigation check to see if there's any correlation between those various clues that might occur. I doubt it, but you never know.
Oh, but yeah, sort of. By all means, if you want to sort of. I mean, have you previously sort of spent time reading prophecy and trying to solve poetry? Are you interested in poetry?
Poetry, yes.
Okay.
Poetry is a massive part of the blade singing tradition.
I'll give that to you then. I think that sort of thing where, let's say the more sort of florid language, sort of metaphor. Yeah, I'd say, yeah, go on.
Talk it through with Alba as it's going, because I also have a awareness of prophecy. So I'll just be sat going maybe it means this. That
makes sense. I'm trying to think of it as part of some linguistic code. I mean, the way If the stanza was like this with this many syllables, then it would be indicative, and that.
I will once again catch eyes with Hemlock across the table.
Is any of this audible over the mind link?
Are you is anyone broadcasting this to Bernard?
Are you thinking out loud?
Oh, the bombs come down because I'm recasting it. Sorry.
Okay.
Right. So Bernard,
so Bernard's been narrating back to you, thinking it's still up.
So Tom, should I make a roll on this?
Yeah,
or?
no, by all means.
Yeah. Is it advantage from Murta or?
Yes, I think as Murta sort of like, so you're coming from it as a sort of a poet, and Murta's coming at it from, let's say, the nonsense of prophecy.
It's different levels, yeah. Different arcane traditions.
Yeah.
Okay, so the best is a 21.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, so it kind of, it's a bit difficult because you're hearing like, this is like 4 levels deep, It's like Hemlock has an easy version, a translation, and then right at the top is the original prophecy. Yes, you do assume that this does relate to you, that, well, at least Hemlock's being told this is, it's almost sort of like pre-told, and then of course you do slightly wonder that if Hemlock was called Hemlock because of a prophecy, and it all just gets a bit. Go on, Mike.
No, Mike just figured something out, but then remembered my character's stupid.
Yeah, he's a minotaur full of poison because his name's Hemlock. I got that, but
that's simple as that. Well, I'll get that.
I have an intelligence of 7 in character. I am purposefully avoiding this conversation.
Yeah, it just took Mike a bit longer.
If you're Hemlock, call me Socrates.
What a weird chat-up line, but yes. So
I'll drink you and die.
I mean, also like for like a 20 for 21, I'm willing to sort of answer a question for you. What in particular would you like to know?
This would be like a discussion with Murta, I guess, in terms of how we would. I think I would be guided in terms of what we were particularly looking for by Murta, because this relates to the prophecy, whereas I'd be more looking at the code of sort of thing. So what do you think?
Well, the dragon seems quite obvious, so probably not that bit. I have to admit, I've forgotten the rest of it because it was quite long ago and it's not one of my prophecies. So
yeah, a Murta prophecy is much more succinct, and it is, you need to do a thing.
It would be, I suppose, what in it. What do I glean from it that suggests a specific course of action now? I.e., is there a next step that seems potentially apparent?
Well, of course, there is to guard the key wielder, which could inadvertently be yourself. Interesting. I will put it this way. I mean, the plot's going to walk in the door in a moment. We can come back to this when you have more context, and then next time you have like a sit down, you can. Let's see.
Could you put it on the Discord, Tom? Because my memory is shockingly bad, and I cannot remember things that have been spoken to me.
I will happily, when we have a break, I'll happily type it in. Now you've got the full. Yeah. Also, you have to remember that Ravenscroft did just then start going, also something about a dragon, also a bit like, once again, we should have sent the storyteller. But there we go.
So I feel like Al's just looking at Murta with a level of admiration, like, you have depths of knowledge that I can barely fathom. I feel
I'm very excited. Next time I read a prophecy, I'm going to get you to put it in poetry. It's going to be amazing. People like poetic prophecies more than just saying, I really feel like you should do this thing now.
Well, what can I say? Teamwork is what happens. I feel like we're so close to putting our finger on something, but do you want to revisit this when we have a bit more downtime?
Yes, maybe something will happen in the meantime that makes it make more sense. Or maybe we'll wander around this plane for another 2,000 years and we'll never know.
I mean, I've written down everything we've heard so far, so perhaps something will occur to us. I can always contact another plane, but there's a chance I'll go insane if that happens.
Tom is pointing at the door. Just like...
Hey,
Tom's not there.
Let's have a conversation that avoids the plot for another 10 minutes.
I was getting through that as quickly as possible, but it was necessary for
as I said,
flavour.
if this is what you want to do with your allotted time, I'll just... You don't need to fight any monsters this episode. Just
top. It's just quick flavouring, and sometimes you need a little bit of seasoning on there. I've got a salt bay.
It can't all just be gammy meat. The pub, the Flag and Dragon door opens. Again, this tabaxi, followed by a kobold, and I think Bernard, are you getting close? So that how long does great invisibility last?
An hour.
You're fine.
It's a minute.
Yeah,
Yeah, 1 minute.
Oh,
1 minute.
Oh,
But it doesn't break on attacking or spells. That's the big benefit to it. I do have some other illusory spells, but I don't prep them because Al wouldn't as a rule unless we need them. But I can basically transform everybody if needs be.
so you were invisible for 1 minute.
Yeah, I presume that allowed you to find my presumption was that would allow you to kind of find a hidden place to then proceed from.
I think realistically, Bernard probably was just stood there and then close enough to hear, and then started becoming visible again, and just had to kind of duck out of the way.
You haven't had it as an easy journey as you might have, but you have been doing a lot of hiding behind a wall, stepping out.
so Bernard's head's on fire.
I'm not really incognito.
No.
Bernard's armpits are on fire, lest we forget.
Lest we forget, we also mentioned that his pubes were on fire as well, so
Every time you raise your weapon, you singe the enemies.
It's a glare. It's a hideous glare.
His stale trail's on fire.
Right.
Sorry, Tom, did you want to do something?
I said,
Don't listen, Colonel Tiapo.
Don't listen to the filth. I'm happy just to... Okay, so Bernard, it hasn't been as an easy journey back as it might have been if you were invisible, but you do manage to come back in, and that's sort of the tabaxi looks startled that you're behind.
I was taking a piss.
Oh.
Was that on fire too?
Everything's
but that's a different issue.
Oh, says the kobold. I didn't realise they didn't have toilets on this plane. Very filthy, very... So... And sort of steps aside and right, okay, so where's these sort of points? Right. Walks over. Well, is no one going to offer me a chair?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll get up and offer my seat.
Thank you. Clambers up. Well.
Are you the keeper?
Yes, keeper. That's me, yes. Hello.
What do you keep?
Keys. Points. Also, stories and time. I keep many things. Basically, I archive. And it is my job to... And then they look down and actually see the keys. And... Even for the less perceptive of you, a great sorrow seems to fill this creature. And sort of well, I was rather hoping there was going to be less of them, to be honest.
There could be less of them if you like.
Again, the sort of has given you a very sort of sad but stern look. Is it? Actually, have you still got your no scry zone up, Murta? So that's just so things can't come in. That's not a well. Obviously it's no magic.
Anything within this space cannot be scryed on.
Marvelous.
Or detected by any other means of divination. So, augury, legend lore, clairvoyance, anything that uses divination to view a person can't go within this area.
Grand. Good to know.
Or currently at Hunk. even if Hunk steps away.
Right. So I've been led to believe that you all associated yourself in time with our organisation, correct? You all worked alongside the Gatecrasher. Sort of like slightly squints at Hemlock, and I was like, because Hemlock's got the tabard, and it's like, strange.
Yes, I spent time with Gatecrasher, or I suppose she wanted to spend time with me, really.
And you are?
Berta.
Oh! Clicks its claws. Right, I know exactly which Gatecrasher you worked with. Yes.
Yes, that's because she looked like me.
Yes, no, she was a big fan. Or is a big fan of yours. Yes, enjoyed the books and the yes. Sorry.
Would you like a drink?
Yes, I think I would actually.
Okay, and Uncle go and get the keeper a drink.
Yeah. Thank you, my friend.
It's quite all right.
I was rather hoping that there would, in fact, be one of the Gatecrashers here.
As in one of the ones who owns one of these 12 keys.
Indeed.
One in particular? Or just anyone?
Any of them. We lost, well, as I said, I'm the keeper, and it's my job to monitor, to keep records, to catalogue the journals, and they're not the most controlled group, as you're probably aware. They have habits of going off on their own and saving whatever world they like. But they would hopefully never lose their keys, and the fact that they are here is quite a blow.
I think we're all in agreement that they didn't lose these, Hunk.
I mean, I got them all in the same place. They were all being used by a Lady Babington, and she was in the Shadowfell, and she had these 12 keys in this like necklace, and it was doing stuff with the machine that was making like stuff travel through planes and stuff. I think it was called the Cadence.
The kobold has began noting this down. They clearly have met Trustalana then.
Who?
Trustalana, she was, she was rather like sort of just around yourselves. She travelled with a Gatecrasher, and we got rumours, stories that she murdered her Gatecrasher, but before she did, forced him to start designing a machine, which is obviously maybe this cadence of yours, another way of travelling. And when I heard, I put out a general message to the Gatecrashers that actually we knew a couple of Gatecrashers were in grave peril, and what would we be if we wouldn't save ourselves? You know, we wouldn't abandon each other. And she's dead. Then this lady.
Oh yeah.
Was it painful?
My friend removed the top of her head.
The tabaxi looks ill. Just like,
that'll do it.
Yes, that would indeed. That would.
She is a very powerful warrior.
She is.
It's just
yeah.
That's not easy to do.
And of course, you retrieved the ring.
The what now?
Oh.
No, I just picked up the keys.
Well, that's a good start. Would you? It's sort of like trying to take you all in here. Well, if the Gatecrashers did trust you, I suppose I should. Obviously, I didn't get the reports, but I think I might. Are any of you interested in becoming a Gatecrasher? That's one. That's two.
You have to give up your name, don't you?
At the moment, yes.
Sorry for me. I'm building up my name. Quite attached to it.
I mean, if you could keep it. You don't necessarily have to go through the exam. You could remain as an apprentice, rather like full of light snow here.
There's an exam. I love exams.
You? As I said, I can understand why Gatecrasher liked you. You've got good energy.
I don't know enough about what it is to know whether I want to do it or not, but I certainly want to help you, my friend, and would you like these back?
That would be much appreciated.
All right, I take them off and hand them over.
It takes and sort of puts them around their neck, and they're hanging down like almost to their knees. Are
you going to be safe with all those? I mean, the last 12 people who had them all died, and there is someone sending random things through portals.
Oh, well, I have Full of Light Snow here, who still looks ill. I'll tell you what. If you're willing, there was actually a transmission. Sort of a message was sent a couple of weeks ago. I believed from sort of looks, holds up one of the keys, Gatecrasher. If you could, that wouldn't make sense though, would it? You know, if the keys were with you, and then
Well, unless someone was mimicking them.
That's a very good point, my friend. If you're willing to go and investigate, possibly to either retrieve the body or to find out if it's very possible that the keys might have been stolen. Maybe Gatecrasher is trapped out in one of these planes. If you're willing to go do a rescue mission for us, first of all, we'd be incredibly grateful, and second of all, and sort of looks at Murta, it would look very good, you know. Let's say
I don't only rescue people when it looks very good. It helps, you know.
Insight check. I'm not.
Hey, I don't want to speak for Murta, but
no.
Yeah. Yes. Marvelous. First of all, I said thank you for the keys. I will.
You're going to have to take us there. I can't travel through planes.
No, that's the. I will take. That's the thing. I will take you to a portal. I'll open it for you. You can travel through. Then I will return to headquarters with the keys, and we will return.
How will we get back?
That is another excellent question.
Why don't you just give us one of the keys?
Do you know how they work?
No.
Can you teach us?
I'm afraid, my friend, it does take a lot of practice and a lot of training, mostly so you don't get spliced. That's a terrible thing. But there will be time. Keeper looks very excited now. This is like, recruits. But yes, actually.
Have you got like
in case of emergency?
It's all right. I've met Keeper now. I can cast Sending when we're done and tell them that we're done, and then.
But what if Keeper is dead because someone is coming after the keys?
That is a valid point. Sorry, Keeper.
Oh, that's I tell you what.
Where do you live?
And is it anywhere near where our friend Hemlock here has come from? Because we were under the impression that place had been compromised.
Where is it you're from?
Me?
Where are you from? And then where's your friend from?
Oh, I'm from the Plane of Fire. City of Brass.
City of Brass. Very nice. And
I mean, I would have thought that was relatively obvious looking at.
Well, it could be any other place. It could be a different universe, by all means. Some of our Gatecrashers come from all over the multiverse. And
oh, right.
Yeah. And yourself?
Abby, I protect the keysmith.
very quiet. Oh.
Oh, protected.
Oh. That changes a lot. If I don't get murdered, and you don't get murdered, I think we're going to have a real conversation, my friend. But Yes. If you're happy, I'll open the portal. You cast Sending, or if Gatecrasher has survived, Gatecrasher should be able to contact. Please do forgive me for being a bit hesitant for telling you where the secret base, where the keys are. But this was not what I was expecting. And then turns back to Lightfall Snow and was like, "You've done very well." And she's like, I literally just walked in and I heard them talking about keys across the room. It's as simple as that. Yeah, well.
Being in the right place at the right time, that's half the battle. So don't you do yourself a disservice there.
Oh.
And actually listening.
Thank you. That's what I try and do. It's sort of I was kind of hoping to become like a junior archivist, but this is technically my first time in the field. Exams always! Every day's a school day! Jumps off the stool. Come along! And starts leading you out into the street.
Hang on a sec, I'll go and pay.
Owen is just leaning on the bar and is like, first of all, thanks, Hunk. Wow. You always seem to get yourself wrapped up in the craziest of situations.
It's the funniest thing. I just woke up this morning and the day kind of happened.
Again, pays and it's like, you take care of yourself, okay, Hunk?
You too. I'll probably see you tomorrow or something.
I hope so. You take care.
All right.
As we do kind of follow after, Bernard would kind of just maybe stand near to Alba and Myrta and just kind of say, "So, you didn't really listen to any of the points that I was making about not giving the keys to the chapsicle there? There was a whole spiel. I was going on for about 10 minutes.
I'm not on board with them having all the keys. We're just going to be stranded in an alternate universe. I've seen people who are stranded in, times that are not their own. It doesn't go well.
It is a situation that gives me a certain level of disquiet, but for now, I guess we go along with it. Perhaps they'll let us have one for research purposes.
I mean, you could try and persuade him, Bernard. You were very charming previously.
That's true. When I ask for things, people, I'm more about the orders, and I don't get the impression that they're going to listen to my orders. So persuasion might be the way to go.
The same problem, although people generally think that I'm trying to get something out of them. They don't want to give.
I'll give it a go.
And so, as our party basically mistrusts the strange little kobold...
I think the kobold's fine.
You think everyone's fine?
True, Hunk really does. I think I'll be in the back with Hemlock and I'll just be saying something like, "Hey, have you heard the Ballad of Keldon? It's one of the reasons I stayed in this plane," and start playing it on the ukulele.
Hemlock, you haven't, but it's good. And it does actually, the content of it, we're discussing Minotaurs, interesting. And interesting, some interesting points being made.
Hemlock and Hunker just seem to be on the same level right now.
You're vibing. Yes.
What's your intelligence score, Mike?
7.
Mine too. There it is.
Sorry, 6.
And so, as beautiful songs start filling the night air, this is where we are going to be taking our break. So, for those of you who go get yourself a jar of jar and a talith or just a sausage roll, and we'll see you shortly. Take care, everyone.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Hero Forge. Hero Forge offers fully customizable tabletop minis with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. You can see all of the minis that we designed for this stream in the overlay, and they animate when we enter the combat, so look out for that. Hero Forge are fantastic, so do check out the Pro membership where you can get premium access to features ahead of time, and beta access to things, and all sorts of cool stuff that just makes your life a lot easier. And you can check them out at heroforge.com.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Ultra Pro. They make accessories for D&D, Magic the Gathering, and more. My favourite part of the collection are their figurines of adorable power. Here is their gazer. They also make other things such as deck boxes if you play Magic the Gathering. You can find all of Ultra Pro stuff at ultrapro.com.
Hey friends, check out our new sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for a carefully curated menagerie of click-clack math rocks for your delectation. Check out their entire selection at phoenixdice.com, and just so you know, Phoenix Dice are all about living gloriously in the worlds of tabletop games and sustainably in this one, which means their dice are working to be recycled, their packaging is recycled, the dice are made of sustainable materials. It's all great stuff. You should definitely get involved. You can also join us today in chat with a chance to be in a raffle and win some Phoenix Dice of your own. Just put !dice into chat and you'll be in with a chance to win.
We are proud to be sponsored by Alchemy RPG. Reimagine your gaming experience with Alchemy. They're focused on creating immersive, cinematic experiences everywhere you interact with tabletop role-playing games. You could be playing a game, creating a world, streaming, watching live games, discovering new content. Look at all the cool stuff that they are doing there. You can use environmental motion art, scene-based music, seamless character management to run your games over the internet, with upcoming features including homebrew content, streaming overlays, and spectator mode. So go and check out alchemyrpg.com.
We're delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings together D&D characters from novels, adventures, and multiple live streams into a single grand adventure. Select your heroes and formation and battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, phone, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. You can pop exclamation code into chat for a free Electrum chest.
We are also supported by Warriors of Waterdeep. Take your team of warriors on a quest spanning the Forgotten Realms, all on your mobile. Power up your teams with items, work with your guild to defeat hordes of enemies, and test your mettle in the arena. And to make all of that work, you need gems. As we frequently say, the hunt for gems is real. Pop !WOW gems into chat for a link to collect free gems and get yourself that nice sword you've been looking at, or revive your heroes against a deadly foe. Download link !Warriors of Waterdeep in chat.
We're delighted to be supported by Neverwinter. In Neverwinter, explore and defend one of the most beautiful cities from Dungeons & Dragons' Forgotten Realms campaign setting as it rises from the ashes of destruction. Epic stories, action combat, and classic role-playing await those heroes courageous enough to enter the fantastic world of Neverwinter. Neverwinter is completely free to play, so set yourself up an account today and pop !NW gift into chat for a link to a free gift.
Check out our supporters at D&D Beyond, your guide to digital D&D. Make character sheets online, share them in a campaign, and track all of those tasty little stats in one easy place. You can use the Beyond app to track your characters on the go. You can also use their encounter tracker and archive monsters to run any smooth combat thing. You know what I'm saying. You're a DM. You've done this before. You know D&D Beyond is the place to go. You can also check out our character sheets with an ! characters in Twitch chat below.
Check out our wonderful supporters, Elderwood Academy, who make beautiful bespoke gaming-themed gear, including hex chest dice boxes, spellbook deck boxes disguised as bespoke ancient arcane tomes, and scroll and codex dice tower and rolling tray pairings. Make your own with their online designer at elderwoodacademy.com.
And welcome back. So, what just happened? Question mark. Okay. It seems
if you don't know, Tom, the rest of us have got no hope.
I think there was a cat somewhere.
Look, there's a very, very, very queer kobold, and I'm here for it.
Yes, so our party went to a charming little pub known as the Flag and Dragon, and have had multiple drinks, and then in discussing the keys around Hunk's neck, Tabaxi was able to contact Keeper of the Keys, Keeper of the Law, Keeper of the vacuum cleaner, and look, Keeper doesn't like people touching the vacuum cleaner, and was able to summon this this kobold keeper, who was incredibly sad to find 12 keys, that it wasn't just gatecrashers going on the hollybobs, that it seems something tragic has happened, and a certain chapter for Gatecrasher lore can now be shut. But Keeper, picking up on the fact that Murta seemed rather keen on becoming a Gatecrasher.
Don't know what you're saying as slander, libel.
Anyway, yes, basically said we did get a message from one of the Gatecrashers relatively recent that doesn't make full sense if they were in fact wiped out a couple of months ago. Would you be willing to go investigate? And once you have, then I think we can probably have a more in-depth conversation about those of you who might be interested in getting a key. The party was hesitant about multiple things. Also, Bernard did a lot of hiding behind some planks.
Bernard was, as they say, super effective.
Yes.
Hid behind a burning bush, hid behind a burning table, hid behind a burning...
Well, it was all about prophecy, so that makes sense.
Yeah, if you're gonna hide a fire genasi, might as well hide them in a burning building. So
they weren't burning before he muscled up against them.
Bernard can't get fire insurance, is what you're saying.
Again, trying to wear a suit as his armpits slowly burn up.
Yeah, Bernard's probably like the remnants of the tuxedo shirt have just kind of pulled them off and then just kind of ignited them on his hair.
May as well.
So I just want to say one thing.
Oh, by means.
If the number of drinks you're having don't require a constitution check, it's not many drinks. It's just a snifter.
I mean, you had 3 or 4. I think you're on the edge. Speaking of, Bernard, are you stealing a glass?
That is an interesting question. Of course I am.
But of course. So these weren't sort of pint glasses. They're not sort of engraved. They are just relatively bog standard. You still going to steal one?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know when I'll be back, so at least I've got something.
You, how do you have like a rucksack, or do you just put it in a pocket?
Yeah, I just kind of do a I take one, I down the contents, and then I go as if I'm going to put it down on the table, but just kind of just keep it in my wrist until I can slip it in a leather-lined pocket.
You slide it up the pocket. You don't have any sleeves.
I don't know. He's literally just doing a wizard's, doing a magician's disappearing trick.
You were about to say something that would have been inadvertently crass, but well done for avoiding it.
I was not.
Yeah,
I was going to say magic trick.
Yeah, good. I'm glad to hear it. So yes, you
sleeve.
Chris.
there is like a handle.
Yeah, go ahead. David, I can see you smiling. No, this is a good, wholesome stream. There are no white puddings.
It's perfectly wholesome, Tom. I was just going to say there's genuinely a part of the anatomy called the pouch of Douglas.
True.
But Bernard doesn't have one.
27.
That glass is gone, baby, gone. Congratulations. Add glass to your inventory.
How many do I already have? Is the real question.
Be careful not to break them.
Yeah, if you fall over backwards, your back's just going to get lacerated.
Wow, what an interesting
part of the prophecy.
Yeah,
don't break your glasses.
Yes, actually, there is part of the prophecy about broken glass. So this is the thing about prophecy. Ask Murta. It's very
mercurial.
Yes, yeah, that's a polite way. Again,
I don't want to be in a prophecy. It didn't go very well for me last time.
What do you mean it went perfectly well? You fulfilled the prophecy and the world was saved.
My progeny were turned into pigs.
That happened like the moment that you left.
Exactly.
Well, technically it was a few years later. Anyway, as Bernard clinks his way down through the streets of Waterdeep, which, as I've said, has now gained a few more... not explicit, but there's more statues.
All of the Waterdeep statues are explicit, aren't they, Tom? Let's face it.
Well, I mean, the Black Staff tried to do something about it, but anyway, you end up at the back of this bakery, which might, in a later time, have a demon fall through the roof of. But that's for later Waterdeep. And Keeper sort of settles down, gets out a key of his own, begins. There's going to be a few, like a minute, if there's anything you want to say to each other, or you want to say to.
Well, Bernard was going to try and persuade the keeper to let us keep the key.
I mean, Bernard was going to try and attempt to keep all of the keys.
Okay, try.
So, pal, look,
I'm working.
I appreciate that, and I don't mean to be indelicate, but
Good.
I can't help but notice that there's you, and then there's your tabaxi friend, and between the two of you, you seem to be under the impression that you'll be able to fend off an entire army of skeletal creatures in the same way that myself and my friends have, which, I mean, if you don't mind me saying, is probably bullshit. So, and you know, come with me if you agree. I think that perhaps the keys might be slightly more protected should they stay with myself and my colleagues. I would suggest that, I mean, my dear friend Hunk, who I've known for sum total of probably an hour, and yet I would probably spend, you know, I'd probably give my life to save this chap. You know, this person, this fellow is absolutely stellar. So I think that they should probably hold on to all 12 of these keys, and then myself, my good friend Hemlock, Myrta, and Alba. You know, we're like a family now, and I think we'll do a much better job of protecting them, if you don't mind me saying.
That's very kind of you to say, Bernard, but
I noticed that you didn't list me and Al in your good friends. I'm not necessarily upset by it. I'm just noting it.
It wasn't supposed to be a slur. It was more that I'll run out of, you know, ways in which to describe friends that would not just, you know, sully the point I'm already making. I think that you're a fantastic person, Martin, and no lie about that.
I mean, I was looking to return the keys to the Gatecrashers, and here they are. So, you know, I don't think we need them.
I mean, it wouldn't be the worst idea if they had at least one. I mean, the 11 could go into the vault and be secure there, but at least one, just in case they do find Gatecrasher, and then what about if they had Gatecrasher's key, so Gatecrasher can use it to get back?
I mean, if you think that this vault will be, you know, sufficient, I'm slightly worried, to be quite honest, that, you know, en route to this vault, you know, a mishap might happen, and any number of keys that fall into the enemy's hands would be a travesty. So, you know, should we just keep hold of all of them, and obviously you keep tabs on us, that's absolutely no problem. We'll keep sending you and make sure that you're up to date, but then we can return them once it's got a full bodyguard.
But Bernard, we're going somewhere dangerous to find a Gatecrasher who's lost their key. Do you not think it would be safer to put them in like some kind of vault?
Well, they got to Hemlock's place that was full of Gatecrasher adjacent people. What makes you think they can't get to the keeper?
Indeed. The keysmiths, the people making the keys, and they were fucked. So, you know, I mean, to be honest, the last place they'd expect to find them is on 5 randos.
As this is happening, Hemlock, you do feel light fall of snow come up and going, I'd also like to say I'm sorry for your loss. That must have been hard. Who did you who did you study under?
Well, studying wise, didn't particularly study. I was taught how to fight and protect through Gatecrasher and the Geeseman, but Master Ravensloft was my...
Ravenscroft, yes.
Well, my master.
If you weren't in Ravensloft.
Welcome, I am Master Ravenloft. No relation.
I mean, Wiki, if you can pick up on what pun I'm making here, points to you, but yes, again, I just wanted to say condolences, and you feel something being pressed into your palm. I don't. The fiery one. Do you think you can trust him?
Only one way to find out.
I mean, this is from a very old fable, but keep it secret, keep it safe. And she walks back. Meanwhile, absolutely not. No. This is the way it will be done, and nothing shall go into the vaults. No, safe.
Nothing's going to go into the vaults. Well, that's exactly my point.
Oh, shut up, you annoying little... And she's like, hey, just there's no need for bad words. Oh, he's been vexing.
Why don't we make a compromise? Why don't you take, as you said, the 11 keys, and we'll take the one for this Gatecrasher who we are going to meet. Therefore, if they are there, they can use their key.
Well, that does seem like and then Lightfall of Snow goes, yes, I'll just almost like fake and and then goes back to Hemlock and is like, there you go. That's good. Hemlock, if you have opened your hand. Jeez. there is a beautiful silver key in it. Well,
Well, I appreciate your trust there. I just, for your sake and your organisation, I just hope that you're not making a fatal mistake in, keeping 11, the majority of the keys, in fact, only being guarded by, 2 of you.
Oh, there's more than just us, but
What? Here right now? I'm going to cast See Invisibility and just double check.
You cast Invisibility.
Are there any invisible Gatecrashers near us?
There's one.
There's one.
Just a guy in the corner.
Yeah.
All right, to stand corrected, 3 of you. How you doing?
I could have shot you with the crossbow at any point, but hey.
No, props to you. No, I'm very impressed actually with this chap. Sorry, I didn't ask your pronouns.
Oh no, that's fine. What is gender? Because chap, I'll be happy with chap. What? What are you, Gatecrasher?
Okay, so we got one, and you'll look after the others. Seems like a good compromise, and okay.
Great, let's go. Can't wait to die.
Well, quite.
Tom?
Yes.
Is the key that Hemlock has the one of these 12 that I felt most connected to?
What an interesting question.
Because there was one of them where I was a bit like, this one looks like the one that my Gatecrasher used to use. But honestly, I can't remember exactly what it looks like, so...
Yeah, and one of them was my Gatecrashers as well.
I'll break it down. There is, on the key ring, you have all, the 4 of you, one of your Gatecrasher's keys. Is it that one? Do you want to go back and have a better look? Because it's in Hemlock's hand.
Yeah. What would you like me to roll?
Up to you. Do you want to do history? Do you want to do investigation? Do you want to do insight on a key?
I was going to ask for perception.
Perception, absolutely. That's fine.
All right, let's do this. 19.
Yeah.
I don't think I say anything. I think it's more of like a, okay.
When did you last see your Gatecrasher?
25 years ago.
And how was that? How was that departure?
Fine. They were moving on. I wanted to stay on this material plane because I felt quite inspired by it. And there was a sort of pleasant goodbye and I'll see you soon. And then I haven't, but I've sort of assumed they'll turn up at some point.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it was perfectly pleasant. There was no big fallout or issue. I was quite young when I started traveling. So.
And so how long after that did you go study at Bard College? Did you?
Well, I sort of went straight from there to Bard College, and then from there did some traveling with Harmony, and then came back for the reunion for Shadowfell. So.
Makes perfect sense. I like the idea that you just went off to college. You know, sort of like you had your gap year. But,
no, was. I only travelled with them for a year, 2 years. But again, what is time with the Gatecrasher?
Yeah,
and was inspired by this material plane. Because I'm not from this material plane, so
no. Yes, it is. This is the key of your form of Gatecrasher. Which again, as you said, you don't.
I don't really know. It's more of that's the one I hoped you would keep. I like that one the most, that kind of vibe.
So after that, a portal does shimmer into existence. There is a slight green tinge to the portal, and this is an aspect that I would like to put in, and this would work retroactively. As the portal does open, those of you who have a musical ear hear a slight note, sort of as it pings into existence, and this is an F note, which I hope are kobolds. There you go.
F, like the end of a key. I'm on to you. I'm putting the red strings up.
You're too good for me, Sean. I could read you more prophecy if you like.
You are joined by a child psychic, C# minor.
A portal has opened, and so while here it is quite sort of getting dark, you left at the interval of an opera, so on the other side it is very bright and hot. It almost sort of feels like midday, and in front of you there is just lush grass in front of you. And Keeper's like, yes. So I think if you want the best, if you travel half a day that way, you might find a place called Signpost. Yes, Signpost, and hopefully that's where there will be people, and you can talk to them. And I look forward to seeing you shortly. And gives Heartburn a look, and you keep in. You can points at Hunky. If you need help, well, I'm very old. I won't be able to. But someone will. The other Gatecrasher was like, I might turn up. You don't know. I could be anywhere. Mysteries. Of course, none of you...
strange invisible person.
I'm also smoking, because smoking is cool. I'd like to point out that smoking is not cool unless you're dealing with lasers.
It is. Okay, so the message came from this Signpost place.
Yeah, towards that area. Yes. Okay. A couple of weeks ago. Yes. So, best of luck, and see you shortly. Would you like to all step through the portal?
Yes.
I'm not going first.
I'll go first, yeah.
Marching order.
The Minotaurs and then anybody else.
Are we dressed for this climate? How was it warm in Waterdeep, or have I got too many layers on?
It might be a bit too warm. It's sort of like, I'm trying to think, if it's a couple of months after Shadowfell, it's probably like, it's been a summer evening. You might not want to wear a coat, because it's obviously hot.
I'm not wearing a coat. I'm wearing a cape and a sort of blousey shirt and shorty culotte things.
I mean, you're probably going to be okay. Depends how long and if the weather changes. But yeah, the rest of you probably
strip off the dress uniform jacket. Interestingly, as I take the cloak off in order to remove the jacket, suddenly snap to the side. And then put it back on and back where I was. There's just curious.
Again, it Waterdeep,
I stopped feeling the warmth or the cold when I took on this body. One of the advantages, I suppose, it's not nice being an old lady. You get very chilly.
Keeper sort of just nods and sort of like, yes, it gets into your bones most terribly. We did have a couple of Warforged Gatecrashers. Actually, one of the ones who went missing.
Hey.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Oh, mine was indeed a Warforged. Very musical. Like to play the bongos.
Oh, you worked with Nerith. Oh,
no, I worked with Gatecrasher.
Gatecrasher, yes. Gatecrasher. Yeah. Backstory. Maybe there's an anagram coming. Who knows? Okay.
How's that spelled? How is that spelled?
It's spelled Narth.
No.
I'll put it this way: you've got a third.
Narth.
Narith.
I shall not be participating in the anagram round.
I wouldn't make you.
There's one thing I'd like to do as we kind of make our way through some of that's all right. And this is probably flavor. I'm not expecting anything out of it, but just to examine the event horizon of the gate and try humming the harmonic to the F and just see if I can glean anything from what happens.
Okay.
Be an Arcana, I guess. I'm looking at
roll Arcana.
11.
You, again, I'm being a little bit mean here because we've established you don't know about the multiverse a lot, sort of, you don't have an understanding. Although, I would say now, sort of like with that, you're like, there does seem to be something about vibrations and noise, sort of, I mean, if anyone else is paying attention to that, that's also a bit of information in the back of your head, but...
You heard it here first, folks. The multiverse is in the key of F.
Well, this place is in the key of F.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is it fair to make the assumption that, it's a trial and error thing, so without being able to tie it all together, but yeah, there's something to do with resonance and frequency that's tied to how these things are created, but it's at this point it's just a passing thought that maybe isn't even front of mind.
Again, that's not a terrible thing to think. That's, sort of, the word wave theory comes into your head. Doesn't mean anything, but...
it's something to look into when the opportunity arises.
I'd say you've got two sort of like almost like screensaver modes going on in the back of your mind. You've got a prophecy and also portals. Because obviously you are thinking of portals now. You'll enter into this, again, this warm, beautiful area, sort of like, as you walk through, you like the smell of like warm soil. And it just sort of like looking around, this place just seems huge and sort of infinite, like you're on like a savanna. But there is sort of like odd, sort of like, you kind of like go, there's mountains over there and there's jungles over there. Those of you who have traveled, you go, this is not how well, you wouldn't necessarily know what biodome is, but that sort of thing of going, everything just seems to be melded together. But
so we're in Minecraft.
Yeah, you're in Minecraft. Okay. I've decided to put you in Minecraft. Just, I realise there's a lot of stuff for the multiverse, but Minecraft, yes. Beware of creepers, just in life.
But Tom, they are silent until they explode.
Roll initiative.
Oh, okay.
No. So yes, Keeper's like, excellent. Best of luck. Regards to Gatecrasher. Like full snow, sort of like good luck. Again, like little claw thumbs up.
Where is Wilby in all of this?
We left him in the pub. Gone.
No, Wilby has now set himself up in the pub. Yes, because actually that was the thing. So Hemlock, as you were leaving, actually the mind link wasn't there. It's just this otter who basically did a little dance for you, which you probably don't understand, and then he ran off, and then you're like, oh, I've lost my friend. Oh, don't be too sad, Mike. He might come back.
We survive on that side of the portal.
Yeah. I was going to say maybe we'll be maybe the only one who survives this. Anyway.
So, how does one become a Warforged? I have no idea.
Well, I did it the non-traditional way, but many Warforged are just made. This was a very early Warforged. They sort of just melded a suit of armor together and then put the conscience inside of it. And then I swapped with the conscience, and now I'm inside of it.
Right.
That's hour 1. Hour 2. Hour 3. Again, any other conversations as you are just sort of... You're basically... like, when Keeper went that way, you're like, yeah, okay, half a day's walk. Seems doable.
I'd be suggesting to the musical members of the party that we might want to play some music to march to.
I got some military. I mean, I ain't got a drum, but I can do a sort of military upbeat thing if you like.
Drums, my friend, can be arranged, and I will repeatedly cast Minor Illusion to give a snare beat.
I'll do a sort of charge of the light brigade inside of that to create a sort of a like to get a marching tune as we go.
Make a makeshift banner with like a crudely drawn key.
Bernard will draw his electric guitar as well, and like if you start doing the kind of folksy ukulele kind of folk thing, you just got an underlying riff of just
Oh, hang on, Sean, we've got to do this now. Can I roll a performance check to then take what Bernard is doing and take on the rhythms that Bernard is using to make the more folksy rhythm that I've got more upbeat and sort of not only in time, but like in jazz playing off each other?
Just imagine if I said no now. Yes, of course you can. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Yeah.
May I roll performance as well?
You may.
So my performance is definitely much more kind of solemn, somber kind of, but with a like barely just kind of slightly boiling over anger.
Oh, this is an intense song.
It's McCartney and Lennon, basically, isn't it?
Yeah.
I rolled a 23.
Amazing. Always hunk. You always smash it out of the park. Heartburn?
Just waiting for my roll to come up.
I'm not planning on joining on the bagpipes at this point in time.
Oh, but David, what if you did?
28.
Ooh, this is...
I'll be honest, Tom, it wouldn't be... it would be an interesting role, put it that way.
I mean...
This could sure, after a little bit of time, I will get
suddenly,
excited.
It's like back and forth, and suddenly, just blasts.
I get excited, and I feel like I know that I can blend with this seamlessly, and what actually happens is... It's a 20.
Hey!
This is jazz. Everything is melding together. Murta, Hemlock, I assume you're don't suddenly gonna whip out a pair of bongos or something.
Hemlock's just walking along with the key in his hand, staring at the key, looking confused.
It's not going to go anywhere if you stare at it.
But I was supposed to protect the person with the key, but now I've got the key.
Would you like me to hold it instead and then you can protect me?
Yes.
You pass the key over.
I'll just open a little chest compartment and put it inside.
Now I understand what I've got to do.
Thus, Murta disappeared. The adventure was over.
Look forward to seeing your new character from episode 3 now that Murta's got no reason to be here.
If you want to do that, again, just...
I do want the training on how to use it.
Yeah, the word spliced doesn't sit well with you, probably.
Technically, I'm already a spliced person, so it's not as concerning as you might think it would be.
You don't want to have your legs embedded in a rock, though. That would be incredibly inconvenient. I mean, again, don't want to speak for you, Murta. Maybe you'd be into it. Actually...
Technically, they're not my legs, so...
Technically, if you spliced into a rock, you would be into it.
Thank you for this, Hemlock. I will also do my best to keep you safe in battle.
Understood.
Probably mostly by teleporting you around. I hope you don't mind.
It got me straight into the fight last time, so I don't mind.
Is anyone paying attention to, like, the surroundings, or especially the sky?
No, not at all.
No, lost in music.
No?
We're marching
Absolutely
to
washing.
battle.
Washing
So,
into battle.
when the monsoon comes, you're not prepared. As the sky opens and rain comes pouring down, you're out in the open. There's, as I said, like the way you've been traveling, mountains right in the distance. You think you can kind of possibly see like an outpost but there is the forest, jungly area off there. You could possibly, if you dashed, get there. Go.
It's just water, right? Like,
Do you want to look up?
Yeah.
What are we being weed on?
No, you're not being weed on. As you look up, there is just like a giant face in the clouds going, oh, just that, but that hoo sounds like thunder, multiple voices, and they appear to be crying with how good your music is. And like giant hands are, boom, crash, lightning. You've impressed this audience member.
The sky appears to be crying at us.
hello? Hello?
Hello? Hold on. Hands are like... And that weird thing, like when like someone like knocks a tarpaulin and all the water just goes... It doesn't... It lands either side of you. This thing is huge. Just sort of... Hello?
It's a face in the clouds and there's no body.
No body. There were hands for a moment, but they went away.
Hi. We're looking for signpost.
Yeah. Play more.
Oh.
But it never stopped. The rain started, probably extinguished his mohawk and his goatee for a bit, but he just kind of, just played harder. Yeah, it's just like spatters of just trying to reignite.
It's a bit wet.
Oh.
I will look back at Albert with a kind of raised eyebrow and then join back in again.
Just boom, 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 lightning. Good entertainment.
Are we under any threat of the lightning?
I mean, yes. If the lightning hits you, this thing seems inconsiderate. Sort of to bring in the idea of like man among ants. It's enjoying itself, and I mean, I don't think the lightning... Is anyone wearing, like, plate metal? Hemlock.
Murder is made of plate metal.
Yeah,
Half
okay.
plate.
I'll put it this way. Yeah, maybe being out out on the savannah in a rainstorm isn't the best place, but I'm not going to hit you yet, but we'll see how long this goes.
I'll stop again.
No!
I play harder.
Burn it. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Burn it. Wait a sec. My friends will get hit by lightning if we keep playing.
Oh. The hands are like turn wispy and despair. Oh. I won't clap. Just starts gently. You are very good at music. I haven't heard music in a long time. Ever since... Oh. The rain starts up again. A different form of crying.
Let's play a jollier tune, shall we?
Play again. Can you play something upbeat?
Us.
You start playing upbeat. Oh, good. Oh.
Okay, we're gonna go now.
Goodbye.
Pleasure.
This cloud is just, again, is massive, and this conversation has been booming, and it's just sort of like following above you, just like. Just that utterly terrifying thing that if you look up, there's just like an eye there looking down at you. It's like, oh, hello. Yeah, you begin walking closer and closer. I keep wanting to make you do perception checks, but
I don't think we've made any yet.
no. Do you want to do a perception check?
Sure.
Slightly more aware of our surroundings now that there's been a giant face hovering over us.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not in Kansas anymore.
No.
I rolled a 10, which is poor for me.
No.
That's 7. That fits the narrative, though. To be fair.
Fine.
17.
Oh, there we go.
Colonel Teopo, what do your stale eyes see? Fuck all.
This is like, again, this is like the scene in Lawrence of Arabia. Like you see something is riding towards you at speed. It's probably going to be a couple of minutes. It's moving at good speed. Again, sort of like anything you want to do before this rider gets upon you.
Going subtle, or are we going loud?
Do we think they're aggressive?
Who?
That down there. See? Galloping towards us.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
I mean,
I'll just position myself at the back behind everyone else.
Hemlock will just waltz to the front, pull his shield off his back, and leave his axe like sheathed, but just sort of like roll his shoulders and just sort of get in a ready position with his head slightly bowed, so his horns sort of stick out and shine a bit more.
I give you the hunk special. Hello.
Are you using any kind of magic to make that, or are you just loud?
I'm a competent musician, Tom. I know that.
From the diaphragm.
Projection.
I mean, I will when I think they're in range of being shouted towards pleasantly, I will shout towards them pleasantly. Hello there.
When they're within distance, and you cry hello, and they kind of slightly stop, you realise this isn't someone riding a horse. This is someone who is a horse. This is a centaur. Who just sort of like holds him like, What? Why are you here? Just sort of, almost sort of looks a bit ashamed of themselves, like, state your business.
We're looking for a town called Signpost.
Sort of gestures over the. It's. Can I come? I don't want to keep yelling. Can I come to you?
Yeah.
And again, sort of like is looking for. I come in peace. You're under no obligation to. I'm coming over. Come. Rides over. This centaur. I don't know how many of you have met a centaur before, but seems relatively young.
I have definitely met a centaur because Sigrifon was.
So yes, you
probably
you definitely have. So this is a youngish centaur.
Probably younger than Sir Griffin Satane.
Most. I mean, I love my pseudo father. Most people are younger than Sir Griffin Satane. Best dad. Left me up in a tree for 3 days. Yes.
I
so this. She sort of comes over and kind of tries to sort of bow and like, my name is Kylox.
Hey.
Hello. So, are you adventurers?
I mean, kinda.
I'm a soldier, but I suppose cometh the hour.
Technically, I'm a prophet, but I suppose all prophecies are adventures, so here I am.
That's good. And looks up. That's just like, well, the Mortai seems to, hasn't hit you with lightning yet, so that's
What?
Oh, Mortai. It's a cloud god in these lands. It controls the weather.
What are these lands?
I suppose so. For us, this is Kriegala, but welcome to the Beastlands. It's. I assume you haven't met any of the beasts yet. Well, actually, that's.
You heard of the Beastlands? Have we heard of the Beastlands, do you think?
Interesting question. Again, sort of like, I think they're not. Actually, sort of like, I almost want to say Alba. Again, sort of, there's parts of the Beastlands which are known for their utter beauty, and you would have back in your realm, you would have heard the poem that described, sort of the intersection between where on one side it is broad daylight, it's midday, and the other it is dusk, and just the beauty of the lakes just at that point. Anyone else who's sort of like. Myrta, I feel, might have just, with her Gatecrasher, just asked as many questions as she could.
Well, also, there's a lot of reading. It's been 2,000 years. There's been a lot of books.
I almost feel maybe you've read this universe's version of the books Albert read. That's slightly different. It's an interesting comparison. Hunk, you might have heard songs of the animals. Heartburn. Hemlock. Sorry, don't mean to dismiss your Heartburn, but possibly not.
Player 1, here's all this backstory. Player 2 is what's Player 3 is better. Player 4.
You are too busy rocking and rolling. That's just, unless anyone had a pet as a child and someone said, "Don't worry, your dog's not gone. It's gone to the Beastlands."
So the Beastlands is like a farm upstate.
Pretty much. It is supposedly where the souls of animals go when they die. And Hemlock, my sweet boy, my darling lad, my best boy. No. If you did, it's long gone. But yeah. So yeah, correct. Yes, Beastlands. We have had a bit of an incident, actually. Our prince has gone missing. Antimachus. We hope he hasn't been murdered, but there was some war between our tribes and some others. Antimachus is a peaceful man, and I'm just telling you all our dark secrets. He's not.
I'm not sure we've got time to be running around rescuing wayward princes. We've got quite a lot on.
To be fair,
did he happen to know anybody who owned a key?
I was about to say that's what happened. That's what the person in the colourful robes said, and now they're gone.
Wait, hang on. A very small dragon in colourful robes.
Not a little dragon. No, sort of a.
Was it like this colour?
Look, silvery.
No, he shows a shield.
The sort of rainbow. Yeah, no, it's rainbowy. Yes. It was.
That sounds like a clue. I might be wrong.
I mean, if you haven't got time, then that's.
It sounds like your issue is connected with our issue, so and it's always nice to help out. So why don't we go
it's
along?
It's not always nice to help. Sometimes people are very ungrateful.
I would be grateful if you helped found the prince. He's trying to stop the war. He's a peaceful man. I think this is happening as you're walking.
I'm not just gonna leave Myrta's comment hanging.
Peaceful man. I mean, he's Yes, there has been some dispute for his legitimacy, but as I said, he's a peaceful man. But
Okay.
yeah, last time they've started walking a bit faster. They're obviously very tense about this. So, yes, last time we saw, I think they were into this the woods, and they sent me to get help, but it's just me and now you. Great. Looks up and it's like, you're gonna. I mean, you didn't. You know, it's like a wild animal. You know, sort of. If you leave it food, it's gonna follow you forever. The Mortai just sort of flows over. I like the music. Oh, music. Marvelous.
Maybe it would defend us in great need.
Again, it sort of looks at you and is like, that's not a bad way of thinking. That's a good point.
A good way to say thank you for the music.
For giving it to them, yes, absolutely. You travel into the woods. It's I said it's midday, so the light's dappling.
Is it forever midday?
Oh, here, yes. Apart from once an hour where it rains.
It really messes with my sense of time.
Mostly we do it by, it's rain o'clock, and then that's how we... I'd like to point out I have researched into Beastlands. It's just a strange place.
It's rain o'clock.
It's rain o'clock.
Very silly place.
We would not expect any different from you, Tom.
I'm a very serious artiste.
Rain o'clock.
Yes. Does anyone want to make a nature check?
I would.
I'm sure.
Hey, people say they never happen in games, but look at this.
I know certain things from the legends and the sagas, so let's see if any of it correlates.
11.
16.
Nice.
Bad. 12.
No.
It was so nearly a 16, but it was a 6 instead. 9.
Oh, goodness. Hemlock, do you want to do some nature?
I don't think this is in his wheelhouse.
Right, those of you, yes. Those of you, like, on the lower end, this is not as nice a wood as you were expecting. You know, sort of, it's a bit, there's just something about it, like, those sort of weird liminal spaces you walk in and just something about it, you're like, oh no. Those of you who got a bit higher, let's say the 16s, these trees are starting to rot. Not to sort of, it's sort of like all of you sort of, well, apart from Murta, who can't taste, but you can there's something in your mouth. There's a taste to this place. This is not a good place. And your centaur friend Kylix sort of like, oh, this is strange. This is the forest of Cordelia, and you just hear, it's like, what? Corrupted, changed, no more music. Oh, that's not good. I mean, we should have been able to use this as passage to get to Signpost, but
So what, the woods corrupted?
Yeah, so Cordelia is, sort of pauses. There's, okay, well, rather like on this, there's movement. There's things moving in the woods. Things with, I seem to have inadvertently brought you into trouble. Apologies. We are being observed. Prepare yourself. I would point out that if Cordelia is no longer Cordelia, she does have a lot of powerful magic. There's nothing worse than when a unicorn goes bad.
A unicorn?
A unicorn.
Well, they've got very useful parts if necessary.
Again, a slight sort of like. That's your thing of like going, I can't argue with that. As a hunter.
Just making the best of a bad situation.
Absolutely. Again, this is me sort of saying if you're gonna pass through here, you're gonna get attacked. Now's an opportunity. If there's anything you want to get yourself prepared, any like mage armor, anything, now's the time.
I wouldn't deign to wear armor. Don't be ridiculous, Tom.
You are armor.
Nope, my AC is 10.
It's old armor.
Hemlock will Shield of Faith.
Perfect.
Will you key bearer?
Have we had a rest since the last combat? Did count as a short rest?
I will put that now, not now in the game, but yes, sitting in the bar, everyone can press the short rest button.
Lovely.
Also, some of you had some delicious snacks, which always makes you feel nice.
Chance to use arcane recovery.
Up to a combined level of 6.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Cool.
5 and a 1.
6. Nice.
You can add +2 to your AC.
Thank you. I'm sure it will make all the difference. I could have made her better at armor. I just chose not to.
Your prerogative, by all means.
What was our centaur friend called?
Korvax.
Korvax and Cordelia.
Korvax, is Cordelia likely to be doing like heavy damage or like infecting people with stuff? Like, what should I ward my friends against?
Well, obviously, knowing her when she was herself, she did have a habit of playing tricks on people and transforming them. Hopefully, if she's corrupted, it will probably be some dark magic that you might need to,
Does she actually cast spells?
Well, Horn does, yes.
Well, I assume the horn is part of her.
Yes, sort of like by touching, you might be transformed.
Okay, I think I can resolve that.
Good.
Do you think we're going to encounter her within, say, the next couple of seconds?
As the wood.
I'm going to cast Aura of Life before we get started.
I'm going to cast Haste on. There's 3 of you. Who wants it?
That would give me 3 attacks.
I was going to say I'd quite like to see David with it.
I shall haste Alba. You get all the good things from haste, +2 to your AC, advantage on dex saves, and additional action.
Amazing. That frees me up to use my own concentration spell to buff that even further. We basically got 1 round at the moment, Tom, before we're going to get attacked.
As the woods sort of like begin to explode.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll give you. Everyone gets a round.
All right. Blade Song, and I think for now. Actually, no. I've now got an effective AC of 29. It's fine. Blade Song and Spirit Shroud.
I should have given you my Shield of Faith.
But that's not what Hemlock would do. Hemlock is protecting the key wielder. It's good.
Good. But that would be a record, I'm sure. Highest AC. It's probably already at 29. Can I just make you aware, Tom, that I can see invisible things if they are within 10 feet of me?
You may indeed.
With my third eye on my forehead, which none of you can see.
That's very interesting, and also meant that you saw Gatecrasher back in the...
I get to swap it every long rest, and last time I had dark vision.
Every short rest. We just had a short rest then.
That's why I said every short rest.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, if we've got time to cast stuff, Bernard will just kind of look over to Alba, wink, and then cast Mirror Image.
Tom, I cast Aura of Life. That's an action. We don't have any more actions, right? It's just the one action.
It's just the one action as you're preparing.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
And unless you're planning anything huge that you
No,
you're happy.
I'll step behind the frontliners.
I will go further back.
Very, very sensible.
I'm a midliner. I'll stay behind, like a couple of 10, 15 feet behind the frontliners.
Okay, so as this happens and sort of like things in slow motion, as the woods explode out and a unicorn appears. Yes, the white of a unicorn, but speckled with yellow, sort of deep sort of bile, and whoever is about to be attacked is close enough to see that the eyes are yellow, almost filled with bile. The mouth is foaming. This is not a well unicorn. I'm just going to roll a D6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hemlock. She just comes and she crashes into you with her hooves. Does a 19 hit?
Does not.
Explain how you deflect.
The shield just comes up and then he's in a stance and you notice his boots get sort of shoved across as he's deep in the dirt, and he goes pulling across and then he'll just sort of slam back.
It's a beautiful image of a knight shield up deflecting a unicorn. It screams again. This thing is frenzied, corrupted. This is a corrupted unicorn. Let's roll initiative.
Perfect. And now it's in my range.
16.
9.
22. My initiative rolls are normally absolute abysmal as well.
Can confirm.
Because you're dex-based.
And I think the haste just mentally.
I'm the cleric. I want to go last.
I dump-statted both dex and strength.
Again, all makes sense. You should be in a library reading books. This is nothing.
You should not be here. Go home. Go home, Murta.
Leave!
Take your key and leave.
Alba.
Yeah.
Do it.
Closing the gap. Scimitar slashes out. It's time to put this beast out of its misery, or at least put it down to a point where we might be able to heal it. But for now, the threat is clear. So just some classic scimitar attacks, many of them. First one is a nat 20.
Ouchie!
In which case, just because our Beyond works, I'll roll the damage on that one now. So that's 16 damage plus a D8 for Spirit Shroud. So currently that's 20 damage.
Slashing damage?
Yeah, slashing.
Cool.
Spirit Shroud is a different kind of damage. Sorry, let me just check quickly in case it's relevant. Radiant, necrotic, or cold. I would have made it cold, I think, being from the mountains.
By all means.
Again, second attack.
Yep.
That's a crit fail, so that balances out.
He just again one good blow, and then you're just like, oh.
Gonna use the. It's like, oh, you missed it. Third attack is going to be the hasted one. That's a nat 20.
Oh. Jesus Christ.
It's a creature of extremes.
No, it's because we've got the game log, we can see it.
Yeah, that's a 16 and a 2. So that 16 damage plus the 1d8. And so that's my offhand bonus attack, my haste bonus, and one of my attacks. So that's 19 altogether. And then as the cantrip attack, I'm going to use Mind Slither. So it's an int save.
Intelligence save. This is Oh, this is a flat roll for a unicorn. It's an 11.
Doesn't beat it. So takes as Gus effectively mentally nuts the Gus. As Al effectively nuts the unicorn, that's going to keep happening. Takes 10 points of psychic damage, and its next saving throw, it will have to take a 1d4 off. So that's a bit of party utility, and that is everything for Alba for now.
Beautiful. Across the multiverse, deep in the Underdark, Gus goes, "Get in there."
The proud uncle.
The proud uncle. Go on, my son.
It's almost like it's the base for this character.
Cordelia. So Albert, you came up to, you're in melee, obviously. So who we got? We got so Cordelia. Yes, I think that's fair. Roll that. Okay, so Cordelia sort of as it turns to face Al, just will kick out at Hemlock, just almost in sort of like a horse, just a horse, a horse who just loves to do a kick. That so hooves as that. Does a 25 break your AC?
25 does hit.
You feel again in the training ring. You're used to taking blows, and so you prepare yourself for this. What you don't expect is the deep, like, sickening darkness you feel from kicking it. The hooves is almost nothing. You take 27 points of necrotic damage as it just strikes you in the chest.
Hang
And
on.
you're just like,
My aura does something with necrotic damage.
Halves it, I think.
Yep, you have resistance to necrotic damage.
You feel this kick. So half of 27, so that's 15. Around 13. Does that seem right to people? Yeah, 13. You take 13 points of necrotic damage. Again, not nice, but much better than it could. Thank you, Hunk. So, as I said, Cordelia sort of kicks out and then looks with one yellow eye and just brings its horn straight. And let's see if it's going to actually hit. Disadvantage for an attack? Or, yeah.
Did you give your Blitzsinger a Displacer cloak as well?
Yeah. There's an AC of 29 and it's disadvantage to hit.
Jesus Christ.
14 doesn't hit.
Sadly not.
I like you. To take a Liz line, I like you. Yes, so this again, do you want to describe what that looks like? Or
Literally, Gus, fuck me. I can't get it out of my head now. Right.
Maybe
literally,
Alba has Gus as a middle name.
Well, in fairness, Gus's last name was Alba. It's a family patronymic. So Alba is literally just standing there waiting for the attack, which the horn just spears about 2 foot to his side. It's just like, claw.
An annoyed horse. Anything else? No, it's me. I'm the one who's controlling these characters.
Anything else, Tom?
Yeah. Maybe you all get the sneezels and then you have to go lie down. Bernard.
Me next.
Up you. Yeah.
Okay. I was grappling with whether I should engage this magically just in case I need to cast some spells, but I think I'm just going to get angry instead. Yeah, same thing. Bernard's just kind of the fire ignites in his eyes, flaming eyebrows, and yeah, he just I would like to rage with my bonus action.
Rage.
And I will charge in and start to punch the flanks of this unicorn with the pommel of my rapier.
You're spanking a horse. But by all means, my friend, go ahead.
Shall indeed do this. So where's my actions? Oh, I'm going to go reckless as well.
Do it.
So I will just roll that again. The first one's a 27.
Hits.
And just in case... Nope, the second one's worse. Okay, so it's my first hit of the round, so I get my additional zealot. I will pump in a... I will go for the shield... can't remember, the defensive flourish. And I had advantage, so I got sneak attack.
Do it.
So I will roll all of these things. So 2d8, 2d6 is the second d8 is going to be the Divine Fury one. No, the shield one. Sorry, new character.
New character who does.
Good. Okay, so the defensive flourish was a 5. So my AC is currently 23 plus whatever mirror image does. And that amount of damage would have been 9 plus 2 for rage,
11
plus 1, which I kept forgetting. The Divine Fury also adds a 1.
12.
Yeah. So
have you added your 3 rage damage as well?
2 rage damage. I've only got, I'm only level 3. So that was 11, 12, plus the 9 that I actually rolled, so 21.
21 points.
On my first hit.
Amazing.
Still reckless, so I will roll attack number 2. There. 22 to hit.
That will hit.
Cool. So this time I don't get the additional D6 for Divine Fury. Sorry, I'm gonna flourish again. This time I will mobile flourish. So I'm gonna try and shunt the unicorn away from everyone. This might not be the best idea. I mean, it's only 5 feet.
It's forced movement, so no attacks of opportunity anyway.
Oh, I'm not thinking that. I'm thinking, will it just charge back in? But
you add the damage anyway, don't you?
Yes, yeah, exactly. It's more for the damage. I mean, I could. Can I stack the shielding flourish?
No.
Good. Well, I'm not going to try. 14 plus 11, 25 on that one.
Of damage. Oh.
25 points of damage, yeah.
Cool.
And this mobile flourish was a 6, but I don't think that makes any difference in this one. Oh no, I can move I can move 6 feet if I wish.
Would you like to move 6 feet?
I will move the 2 feet that I've got. Do a little jig. That kind of dancing around, kind of fancy footwork kind of thing. No, I will stay where I am with my buddies. That's me.
That's your turn.
Yep.
So, as said, Albert, Hemlock, and Heartburn are confronting the unicorn. Murta, Hunk, Korvax to the side.
Yeah.
Korvax sort of turns their head and is like, oh, for goodness sake, okay. Gets an arrow ready and so like going, brace yourself, incoming. As actually free as a boar just slams towards Korvax. He's like, no, not like this, not like this.
Not like this.
The prophecy. Yeah. Does it hit? Please don't hit my boy. Don't hit my son. 16 to hit. And looking at his stats, I can safely say that does hit poor Korvax.
Silvery barbs, and with the silvery barbs, Tom, I'm going to use my item to teleport 15 feet Away.
Okay. So silvery barb's disadvantage for the boar, correct?
And I'll give advantage to Mike.
Very nice. Giant boar. Can you beat a 12? It beats a 12. How many?
Corvax's AC is 12.
Yep.
Wow.
Let's be honest, I didn't do that to try and save Corvax.
No.
As this poor...
David's face. Game respects game.
Thanks for the free advantage, Corvax.
Thanks for the free teleportation and advantage, Corvax, more like.
We'll never forget you, whatever your name was.
19 points of damage for poor Corvax as a boar just...
Is he already dead?
No, he's still kicking. But, give him some time. Is grappling now. Not grappling, but it's just that sort of thing of just like, oh no, not like this. It's actually Corvax's turn.
How many boars attack? Just one?
Just the one at the moment, yeah.
The moment.
Yeah, so
I'm reading something into that.
Well, I mean, time's running out, ain't it? So who knows where the boars are? Okay, so Corvax sort of kicks out with his hooves. That's a dirty 20. Kicks this boar in the side for 10 points of damage. It's a big boar. It's almost a giant boar.
Oh,
yeah. Does he get a second attack? No, he doesn't. Corvax. Oh no, you do. One for the pike, one for the hooves, or two of its longbow. You don't just kick it, Corvax. Anyway, I'm just gonna let him kick. He can't get his pike out at the moment. Longbow, no point. So Corvax just is kicking a big old pig. Murta, it's your go.
I'm already using my concentration spell to give Alba an extra action, so I'm really kind of running low on things to do. I suppose I could synaptic static the boars.
There's only one boar right now.
At the moment, but there's one. But
would the unicorn? Could I get the unicorn in a 20-foot radius sphere? But nobody else.
I could shunt it back 5.
Yes. Yeah. So yes, that's an excellent point. Yes, you could. So looking at sort of like
the unicorn was right in front of me.
It was, but
I'll put it behind it.
Just back.
Yeah.
So like the front comes down in front of you. In which case, could it make me I think it's intelligence. Yeah, intelligence saving throw, please. It does have an intelligence more than 2, doesn't it?
It does, yes. It gets a 22.
But it's got minus a D6 from David's mind sliver.
D4.
D4.
Right.
Could be enough.
If it passes our silvery barbs up.
That's a 20.
20 passes.
Silvery barbs.
So another D4?
No, disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage. Okay. Interesting. So that roll's already happened, and then just how silvery barb works. So it's like the disadvantage also gets acted because he's really... Anyway, that's... Yeah. That's now a 4 with the disadvantage.
Yeah, that will not pass.
I give the advantage to Bernard.
Shall not pass. Okay. It's psychic damage, Tom.
Cool.
After a failed save, the target has muddle thoughts 1 minute. During that time, it rolls a d6 and subtracts the number rolled from all attack rolls and ability checks, as well as con saving throws to maintain concentration. Makes a saving throw at the end of each turn.
Cool.
That is a cool 8d6. Oh, that was a lot of ones. 22 points of damage.
Of psychic damage?
Yeah.
Grand. 22 points of psychic damage.
And I will use that spell to teleport myself another 15 feet. Oh, maybe up a tree.
The tree grabs you.
Damn it!
In an alternate universe, yes it did. But unfortunately, the wood woad who lives up there has been killed. So.
Oh no.
Yeah. Poor. Hemlock!
I think I'm going to focus down on this unicorn in 5 foot in front of me. So he's 10 foot in front of him. So he's going to push through, go in hard with his first advantage. 2 8s, so a dirty 20 to hit. So we'll do base damage first. So we've got 14 slashing damage.
Nice.
And 4 points of radiant damage.
Ooh, nice.
On the first attack. And then...
you roll a natural 20 on your second attack.
I won't smite until my next round. So my second attack is a nat 20.
Do it.
So...
I need to long rest now. I just want you all to know that to be super effective, now I need a long rest.
I got a tiny hut with your name on it.
So for my critical damage on the axe was 18 points of damage, but so I've already added the modifier there, and then we'll just do all my other radiant and other stuff. Alright, so we need a D8 for the double. So that's 4 points of radiant damage, and then I will do, if it's a crit, you got to do a 3rd level smite, don't you? Yeah. You have to. So 3rd level D8s. How many? 2, 3.
What kind of creature is it?
48.
Is it a fiend or an undead?
It is officially a monstrosity.
Oh, right.
So 48 for a 3rd level. Yeah.
5d8 for a 3rd level. No, it's only 1d8, you're right.
No, because it's 2, and then you get 1 for each level above, so...
As
yes,
in
no, we're at
one.
3rd. No, yeah. So, sorry.
So 8d8.
Playing Prosperous at 20th level has ruined.
Cool. So we've got 14, so 28 points of radiant damage.
Grand.
So that was a pretty hefty finish there.
It's incredibly bloodied.
It is all blood now.
It is. It's blood, and it's also yellow. You know, there's just, it's horrid. It is not an. I'll say this again. This is not a good place. And are you done?
And then with my bonus action, it sort of goes slamming down with the battle axe, just doing like almost classic training, which is just straight across it. He is then going to sort of pull his bow and headbutt and use hammering horns as a bonus action. Can you make me a strength saving throw, please?
Is it disadvantage because of Mert?
No. -6 of attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay, so strength and 15.
That is a fail, so it gets shoved another 10 feet away, so I can keep pushing it away from the main group. That's the idea. If I can keep this unicorn away from you guys, maybe is the plan.
At the top of the round, if you're done.
Do I get a turn?
No, you don't deserve one. Oh. You've been bad. No, by all means, I hit the button wrong. Hunk.
Can I cast tongues on myself?
You can.
Brill. I'm going to cast tongues on myself, and then I'm going to say to the unicorn, friend, what ails you? We can try and resolve this or heal you. I presume it speaks Celestial.
It does.
Cool.
It is great. Evil in the... And you sort of watch as the eyes flick back to, like, bright blue. This is really bad. It took them. I shall destroy the forest. He shall rise again. The gates are unlocked and all shall be flicks back. You need to leave now. Don't let me be destroyed. I think I can hold it back. And then it starts saying some very rude words.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a rude unicorn.
A rudicorn? I don't have remove curse prepped.
I do not either.
No. Oh, hang on. No, I've used an action to cast tongues. I can't do anything else clever on my turn. I will give a bardic inspiration to... who's struggling to hit? No one.
Me! Give it to me! Let the unicorn win!
I think I need to give it to Corvax. I think Corvax is in trouble.
Thank you!
You've got this, friend, and I'll turn to everyone else and go, let's try and subdue it and not kill it.
How are you planning on doing... I suppose I could trap it within a wall of force if you'd like.
No, like, I'm talking knock it out so that we can remove a curse later, because I need to rest if that's what we're doing.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I gave it to you. Okay, Alba. This thing's about, was it 10 feet that way?
Yeah.
You can get there.
So I obviously, Hunk having said that, and also having observed the eyes go back to blue and turn back and so on. Yeah, I'm looking to put this thing down non-fatally. The idea being to flip up onto its back and kind of hammer away with the flat of the sword to try and just give it a bit of a concussion. Go on, Colonel Tiapo! So that's the plan. I don't know if you need me to make a acrobatics or whatever.
Make an acrobatics and
do it.
Do it.
That's 219, so it's definitely a 28.
Whoop! You're on the back of this sweaty, bloody unicorn.
Time to go to sleep! It's 25.
Yep.
I'm not going to hit it with a cantrip because that might just kill it. So I'll just use normal attacks and I'll roll them all to see what we get. Does a 14 hit?
14 does not hit.
Does a 17 hit?
17 does not hit.
Okay, that's fine. I'm still gonna say that I used it. Fortune from the many. So that's one hit so far. Third is a 22.
That hits.
And a 17, which we know doesn't hit. And I think that uses my reaction. Let me just check, unless I can use it again. If you miss with an attack, oh, that's fine. I'll use it again. It's 4 per long rest. So 20.
Yep.
So that's 3 hits. So that will be 13 plus 10 plus 11, 21, 32, 33, 34, plus 3d8.
I mean, you could, yeah. I mean,
40 points of damage.
Nice.
Non-lethal or
non-lethal? Yeah, trying to put it down.
This, you just get it in the soft, and this unicorn just collapses down.
Nate, I want to try and just Legolas off its back.
You slide down. There is one unconscious unicorn. There is still a boar if you want to beat up a boar.
Watch your back, Hunk! I will close with the boar.
Yeah.
Just because I'd rather I was a target than, say, a squishy centaur. So,
I'm actually quite strong among my tribe. This is unexpected.
Sure you are, buddy.
Yeah.
And that is, as they say, my turn.
Bernard.
Okay. So there was a no-kill order on the unicorn. There was no search order on the boar, and I'm hungry. So
it's probably diseased. It's not Michael.
Eat it.
Well, I'm gonna rage on up to it.
I mean, there's a reason he's called Heartburn.
Indigestion was taken. I'm going to recklessly start wailing on this boar.
Mm-hmm.
Reckless wail.
I think I did already have advantage, which I forgot.
Yes, from me.
Silvery barbs.
Silver burbs, you don't need to reckless, so you're less likely to get hit.
Okay, yes, I will do this. Well, my first hit is a 17.
That does hit.
Cool. So, maths time. 2d8s, 2d6s. I'm going to shield flourish again, which is a 2 plus 2 to my armor, making it 20. 28 points of damage in total then.
Ooh, nice.
And then the second one won't be at advantage because I'm not reckless. I'm just that was a silvery barbs, and that was those 16.
It's a hit, yep.
Still hits. Okay. I'm just going to do this flat. I'm not going to pump another inspiration in.
I wouldn't, to be honest. Hi, voice in your head.
14. I mean, boars have that relentless thing, don't they, where they can kind of try and pump on through.
Tough it out.
Yeah.
Yes. So it has 1 hit point at the moment.
Oh, I've already done it.
Yeah. It after yeah. Yes, it is on 1 hit point. Do you have anything else you want to?
I suppose I could offhand just punch it.
Just punch it.
Nut it. Lift your arm and give it the flaming armpit.
You just rub it in.
So this is without proficiency because I don't. You know what? I keep doing this. I keep forgetting my fighting style additional stuff. Oh well. That would only be an 11 to hit.
That doesn't hit, unfortunately.
Oh, well. One of these days I will remember that I have a fighting style that gives me extra things.
Just extra damage, and it's +2.
It is, but then if the board toughed it out, it would still only be on the 1.
Yeah.
But you would have had +2 for about 3 subsequent rounds.
I guess the unicorn.
I mean, I'm willing to give it to you because I said it's got 1.
If you don't mind, I just kind of kick it.
You
just gonna kick it.
you just. Where do you kick the spore?
Belly. Get started on the tenderizing.
Oh.
You just kick it in the belly, and it goes flying, and there's just a bamf, and a centaur rolls. It's like, right. Hello.
I was going to help you up, but then I just realised you're probably significantly taller than I am, and I don't know
I just takes it up and like, you're warm.
I'm significantly warm.
Hello. This is a very handsome centaur. Long, flowing blonde hair, but unlike a lot of other centaurs, has 2 little horns just in the middle of his forehead. Just a very...
Antlers or horns?
Horns.
So this is not the one that was travelling with us?
No.
So the boar just turned into...
It turned, yes. Corvax on his back is like, Your Majesty, you are returned.
Can I roll a performance check to try and hide the slight disappointment that my pork dinner has turned into a
by all means.
My pork dinner has turned into a royal.
25.
Why do you eat so much pork on these streams, Sean?
He likes scratchings. 25.
Generally is the meat of kings.
So, Antimachus gets... you didn't... sort of gets down. You didn't kill her. That's good. Yes, as you're probably aware, there's some sort of corruption going on in these woods. Unfortunately.
Really?
Yes, I noticed.
How could you possibly tell?
I'm very observant, talking stranger. Very, very, yes.
Oh, you're right. It's gone to shit.
If it's a curse, I can get rid of it after we have a nap, if that's necessary.
I mean, sort of, we could move her, we could leave her here. I mean, if you want to, I mean, there's a town not that far across the woods if you want to go.
You can't just leave your unicorn unconscious in the middle of a...
I'm not going to, I'll stay, maybe I shouldn't stay here. Corvax is like, no.
Why don't we carry your unicorn friend out of this corrupted wood? I'll take a rest, and then I can try and remove any curses that have affected it in the morning.
How far away is your town? More than 500 feet?
Yes.
How much more?
Sits down and starts counting. Maybe about an hour's walk.
Right. Okay.
I mean, it depends if you gallop or not. I never really thought about feet. Corvax is like, sire, we really don't have the time. Yes,
I know. I give Antimarcus a look of like, I know, right?
It's like, yeah, my man, my mate. Yeah. Yes. Go to signpost, and after that, maybe we could do something about the blasted dragon, eh?
Oh, good.
And on that note, let us draw a veil as our brave heroes, having beaten up a unicorn, punched a unicorn. Sean has stabbed a shark and has now kicked a boar. You're keeping tally. Amazing. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. Hope you had some fun. Well, there's so much character stuff, and Sean has got 1/3 of an anagram. Maybe we'll get another before the end.
I will need all of the character names that you've given now spelled out in our chat, so that
I will put it in. I won't even tell you which ones are anagrams. So yes, while Sean starts his red string board. We here at Roll Together, we play every Monday and Tuesday from 6 p.m. BST. That's 10 a.m. PT PST. So Tuesday is obviously us, and Monday, Chris, have you started your campaign by now? Or are we still in the Astral Sea?
I think we just had the last episode in the Astral Sea, and we're about to start the new show next week.
Exciting.
So sad. We have left the Astral Sea.
We'll be back one day. And as we pointed out, the Astral Sea crew will, in about a week's time, just travel through Waterdeep and drop a fiery demon on that bakery.
That's true.
The portal will be fine, hopefully. So Friday at 6 p.m. Or the 10 a.m. PT PST is, well, it's our chat show. It's either Talk Together or it might be Talking as a Free Action, depending if the kobolds let us get hacked again. Something has happened in the Roll Together multiverse, and there are incursions. It's happening here, it's happening in Astral Sea, it's happening in our real lives. It's a real problem.
What's happening in the Astral Sea?
Yeah. Well, you travelled through different planes. It's so
standard rules for the Astral Sea, Tom. I didn't randomly make up that Time Lords could step into the universe and pull out characters.
It's
that was all you guys.
I don't know why you're looking at me.
I don't know. Doesn't help that we've got two different versions of Time Lords in our universe now. Anyway, so as I attempt to pull this into stock, so our shows are streamed at Roll Together, twitch.tv/Roll Together. I've had to do this so many times. Twitch.tv/Roll Together RPG. Content, YouTube.com/Roll Together RPG. Podcast versions, just search for Roll Together RPG. Massive thank you to our D20 Club. They're on our Patreon. They help us make this beauty for one gold piece, one general currency. There's a Discord if you want to ask questions, enjoy some memes. There's also Wiki if you want to try and find out what the heck is happening. What is previous adventures? What is Tom just rambling? And massive thanks to our sponsors. If you look on social media, Roll Together RPG. Again, don't have a good close to this. Keep your keys close, but your enemies closer. Good night. Please help me.
Stay classy at the table.
Stay classy at the table!